A main event fucking shirt chain.
I dragged myself all the way out here tonight to Omaha, Nebraska. Because I wanted to say something straight to the face of the world heavyweight champion main event, Jey Uso.
OG, you got a lot of balls stepping in the ring with me after what you just did to my family.
That's a fact.
So you're going to lecture me about betraying our tribal chief, Roman Reigns?
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna talk to you. Cause from day one, I saw past you. I warned my cousin about you. I warned CM Punk about you too.
Oh, brother.
Well, it's a shame while you were handing out the warnings, nobody bothered to warn me.
What?
Maybe you should have warned me about my best friend in the world, my BFF.
What?
Brother in arms, CM Punk. Excuse me.
What up, everybody in chat?
Keep your damn booze to yourself when the microphone is in my hand.
Nah. Cooking.
Now one of you, and not you, had to live through what I lived through. My best friend in the world, CM Punk, put me in a position where it absolutely, positively, 100% guaranteed it would sabotage my...
Nothing. When I wonder when we get Punk again.
CM Punk. They chant his name.
Paul not with it.
Because they don't know what's in the dark heart of that man. That man.
Oh, Lord.
My best friend put me in a situation that absolutely, positively guaranteed it would sabotage my relationship with our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. And let's talk about your cousin, Roman Reigns, for a minute.
Uh-oh.
Huh? I had a dream.
Nah, he's Martin Luther. That main event chain looks so fake.
My best friend in the world, CM Punk, while Roman Reigns was still playing high school football, long before he even thought about following in his father and his uncle's footsteps and being inside a wrestling ring. And because I wanted my best friend in the world to overcome all the adversity he ever faced in his entire life and be in his corner for WrestleMania, what did Roman Reigns think I was going to do? Sell his secrets to CM Punk? Why would I do that after I built the bloodline for 5 freaking years? Tell me why I would do that.
Oh, so I see where he's going with this. He's once again making it like he's the victim. All right, Paul. We see you, Paul.
I found a stray big dog on the island of irrelevancy, and I turned him into the tribal chief and the ruler of the WWE Universe.
He's not wrong.
We're the undisputed WWE champion for 1,316 days. And I'm not the one that blew it by getting beat by Cody Rhodes after being distracted by Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 40.
Okay.
He lost the title. He lost the title that I spent 5 years of my life building him up as the champion. And then what did he do? He disappears. He goes back to being a big dog, licking his big wounds, and leaves me in the hands
so
of
he's
Solo
really a victim, huh?
Batu and those Tongans who put me through a table in Madison Square Garden. had almost ended my 40-year career, and he didn't come back.
Nah, his breathing is crazy.
He came back to get his Ula-Fala back.
Oh, brother.
But I betrayed Roman Reigns, right? I betrayed Roman Reigns, who couldn't handle the fact that I just wanted to help my best friend live out his dreams. No, it's always Paul Heyman. I'm always the liar. I'm always at fault. I'm the betrayer. I'm the double-crosser. I'm always the freaking scumbag in the situation. Not this time.
Oh, man.
I'm right. I'm right. I'm in the right.
Paul Heyman might actually be justified here.
Screw you!
He might be justified.
And screw each and every single one of you for booing me.
Paul Heyman's breathing though is crazy. I'm overly concerned for Paul Heyman's health. Oh, come on, guys. Paul Heyman means well.
Are you okay? As a matter of fact, are you done? As a matter of fact, I got another question for you, OG. What does this have to do with me?
Oh, man. The title. Naturally. Come on, Jay. You know how it works.
I owe you an apology. It has nothing to do with you. Not that part. I didn't come out here to talk about Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Here's the one thing, though. I did come out here to talk about you, which has everything to do with you, Jey Uso.
What?
See, you won that title because you want that title, but that title is all about power and control. And honestly, Jay, you don't
Paul gotta
know
lose
how
some
to
weight,
wield
man.
Power and control. You don't understand that leverage. You think coming out here every night and yeeting with the audience and putting on the best in-ring performance is all that it takes?
Who he
but
kidding?
that's not what that title is about.
The fuck?
So while you need in your heart to be champion, and while you
Regular
want to be
girl,
champion,
28, I'm out.
Seth Rollins has to be champion. Seth Rollins has to have that power.
They got to this real quick.
That control.
I thought it would take a while.
Breakker? Well, that was just stage one of our plan. Stage two is that title. But I'm here tonight to do you a favor. And we all know how well those favors work out, don't we? I'm going to let you sign your own death warrant. I'm going to let you pick the night that you lose the World Heavyweight Championship. Because Jey Uso, Seth freaking Rollins hereby challenges you to the World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, it's not going to be Backlash. We know that. Unless they pivoted. They could have pivoted.
WrestleMania, he beat Roman Reigns and CM Punk. You know he deserves to be the #1 contender. The favor is this. You pick the time, you pick the place. Because Seth Rollins will fight you for that title anytime.
Any place.
Any place.
Let's see what happens here. Did they pivot from Logan Paul?
Whoa, OG.
Or is it going to be a triple threat?
Omaha, can you help me out? But did he just say, anytime, any place,
Yes, sir.
anywhere, for the World Heavyweight Championship against Seth freaking Rollins? Well, Omaha, it's on tonight. 4 letters, 1 word.
What? Tonight? Yo, that's big. This is massive. They have not... They've shied away from title matches like this on weekly television. Something's going to have to go down here. Who do we got? We got Seth and we got Jey.
Jey Uso, Pat, was it the right move to jump and accept this challenge?
I have no idea if it was the right move. Only time will tell. I love the move, though. We're not only yeeting in Omaha, but we got a world championship fight on the line tonight. Let's have a Raw.
Let's see if General Manager Adam Pearce makes it official for here in Omaha. Switching gears.
They're going to have to set it, do it Saturday, though. They got no matches on Saturday.
Judgment Day.
I think we're about to end up... I think this is going to cause Seth and Braun versus Punk and Reigns.
And ladies and gentlemen, this was 2 weeks ago.
It's
Penta
got to.
versus Dominik for the Intercontinental Championship, and we would see the return after 4 months out due to injury of Judgment Day's JD McDonagh. And McDonagh would allow Dominik Mysterio to hit a 619 and a frog splash and retain his newly won Intercontinental Championship, which takes us to last week on Monday Night Raw. JD McDonagh would actually be in action with Finn Balor of the Judgment Day against the War Raiders. Big matchup, the winning team perhaps with a shot at the tag team champs, the New Day, down the road when Penta would get a little payback.
Guys, keep the double taps coming.
And the War Raiders would hit the War Machine and retain the tag team.
Okay. All right, who we got? Penta versus who? Is it Carlito? Or JD? My bad, I wasn't paying attention. I was updating my Discord. Guys, if you need a place to watch the show, just hit me up. Let me know. I will stream it directly to the Discord. Obviously not going to do it just to do it.
Adam Jones from Grammy Award-winning band Tool, using a specific playing technique that has been heard since the early 90s and around the globe. Penta's theme, The Fire Is Coming, will be available on music platforms.
Why did Michael Cole just have to get all in depth about that?
The flames are hot, and Penta's the real deal.
And Penta's in action against JD McDonagh of the Judgment Day. Live on
Alberto
Netflix.
Del Rio is not officially re-signed.
Penta set for one-on-one action here tonight, man. He has taken WWE by storm.
For good reason. That Cero Miedo has captivated the WWE Universe. All he does is put on bangers. All he does is captivate. All he does is mesmerize. And it feels like he has won over everybody.
League of Nations return? No shot.
See, I know a little Spanish because my man Penta's been teaching me, but Cero Miedo means no fear. The big stage is obviously nothing for this man. It's where he's supposed to be. And as soon as he arrived on Raw, the Penta experience has taken over.
He has captivated the WWE fans around the world. But he has a major issue with the gentleman from Judgment Day.
As he should. My bad, guys. Don't mind me. I'm just posting to socials. Social.
Yeah, I think whenever you're Penta, you're going to have a major issue with a lot of people because there's going to be a lot of people coming for Penta. Talk about top of the mountain. This guy's climbing there quickly.
Multi-time champion around the world in many different promotions, including AAA, where he
Shane,
one-time
what?
AAA Latin American champion, 3-time AAA World Tag Team champion. Of course, WWE acquiring AAA last month.
Huge announcement at WrestleMania.
Not official yet.
Good for professional wrestling, if you ask me. And speaking of that, great to see this man back.
And his opponent,
Right.
by Carlito
JD was cooked.
Balor, representing the Judgment Day, weighing in at 195 pounds.
Although I'm not all the way shocked.
I said this last week, Pat. Perhaps pound for pound,
He was there WrestleMania night 2.
Superstar in the locker room today.
I believe it. I think there's a lot of film that would prove it.
Yeah, especially when he bounced his neck and shoulders and back off our announce table 4 or 5 months ago. I didn't think the guy was going to walk again, let alone
You hear what's rumored for Saturday?
He's got that tough Irish blood in him.
This should be a good one.
What we talking about?
JD and Penta.
On Raw.
Uh-oh. Nah, look at these two. What's Paul got to say?
He fell for it. I cannot believe he fell for it. He wants to do the match tonight. You were so right.
Paul, you know what I love more than anything? I love to say, I told you so. So if you will indulge me,
Always.
I told you so.
Huh. Yeah, this is gonna end with Punk and Roman Reigns, guaranteed.
Seth freaking Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Do you understand everything that's going on here tonight?
Yeah, I think so.
Think of this. Bestow of
Tag
all
team
wisdom.
match this Saturday.
Roman Reigns prepared for Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Seth Rollins pinned the biggest star in the entire industry, Roman Reigns, in the main event of WrestleMania. CM Punk prepared with unbridled passion for Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Seth Rollins not only beat Roman Reigns and CM Punk and Roman Reigns lost to Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins. Whoa, with the buffering. What the fuck? What's going on, Netflix? Guys, keep the double taps coming in. Appreciate y'all.
Prepared with unbridled passion for Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Seth Rollins not only beat Roman Reigns and CM Punk and Roman Reigns lost to Seth Rollins.
Nah,
in
that
the
was
main
crazy.
event
He said that
of
800
WrestleMania.
different ways.
Jey Uso is a great champion. We can't take that away from Jey Uso. He tapped out Gunther. Gunther.
Hi, babe.
At WrestleMania for the title. Jey Uso is no easy day in the park. But Jey Uso is not focused on Seth Rollins. Jey Uso is distracted by Logan Paul. And he's had no time to prep for Seth Rollins. But Seth Rollins, all he's focused on is Jey Uso because there's nobody left. There's nobody left.
Don't
Seth
say
Rollins
that
is
too
a
soon,
sniper.
Paulie.
And he has Jey Uso in his sights. And tonight, Bron Breakker, we get handed the keys to the kingdom when the referee hands the World Heavyweight Championship to Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah, this is gonna end with Punk and Roman versus those two at Backlash.
That this match has been
I
made
promise you,
official for tonight.
without
for the
question.
First time in 7 months on Monday Night Raw, the Men's World Heavyweight Championship will be up for grabs. Jey Uso with his first title defense since winning the title at WrestleMania versus the former World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins. Pat, it happens live tonight. Uso's got, what, an hour and a half to prepare for Rollins?
The wise man works in magical ways for his guys.
So once again, this matchup is 1-on-1. It is Penta and JD McDonagh of the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Carlito. JD McDonagh's running buddies hanging out at ringside. Penta's gonna have to have the proverbial eyes in the back of his head in this match tonight.
And zero fear, because they're certainly gonna get involved. Will he be able to handle it? JD McDonagh fresh back from a horrific lung injury.
Yeah, I have no idea how on earth this man, well, first off, he crashed into our table, couldn't move, and he actually finished the match, Pat.
With one lung, he had a punctured lung. They're calling him the Iron Lung. Obviously, it's incredibly exhausting to be in a professional wrestling match. To do it with one lung is absolutely unheard of.
You're gonna try to do it with 2 on Saturday. And now McDonagh roll up, shoulders down, almost had Penta.
Wish I could get a few more.
And JD
Whenever I'm like craving the Snickers bar because Shane, there's something wrong with it, bro.
Hey, you cannot sleep on JD McDonagh for as much as Pat and I have made
Yeah,
fun of
JD
him
versus
the last
Penta should
couple of
actually be a good
years because
match.
of his skull.
Yeah, but we haven't made fun of him. We've complimented him for the size of his skull. He uses it as a weapon. It has a big brain in there.
He's a former World Tag Team Champion, very confident, methodical, but Penta will not back down. He will mix it up with the best of them.
He certainly will, and that's what's been so impressive about Penta. He can do all the electrifying stuff, but he can also
What's up, Paula?
get down
Paula
and
in the
fist fight if you need him
building.
to. JD McDonagh's the same way.
Oh, and Penta with a chop to McDonagh in the corner.
Oh,
Now,
dear
kick right
God.
to the hamstring brings McDonagh down again.
Nah, what, Penta? Penta's just out here making sounds.
Scintillating offensive style for Penta. But JD McDonagh went for a chop of his own, and Penta makes him pay. Welts beginning to build on the chest of McDonagh.
Then the surf walk. How you doing? Keep it moving. It is pentalating.
That's nice. I like that. Penta just so damn
I'm saying he's
cool.
pentalating.
Cover now.
What's up,
McDonagh
Tammy?
As Balor was asking for a timeout.
What up, G?
Trying to edit this goddamn clip.
Absolutely. Powerful beginning here for Penta.
Yeah, Penta, I believe, former be a world champion sooner than rather than later here in WWE as JD McDonagh catches him with an elbow.
What up, everybody? Just popping in.
Obviously in the singles matches. We're not really sure what he's going to be here at the WWE. Has all the pieces you could possibly want, but a win over Penta? Now we're talking catapult to the top, brother.
Big kick to the ear of McDonagh. JD McDonagh has an exhaustive training regimen. Tremendous stamina again. You see the welts just growing on the chest of JD McDonagh.
Yeah, every time I hear one and see one, it obviously makes me think about what's happening Saturday, but nonetheless.
Yeah, good luck in St. Louis.
Jeez Louise.
You go face to face with Gunther later on tonight, and McDonagh.
Team Tatas, I'm done. Logan is going to get involved in the match. No, I don't think so. I think Punk and Roman get involved.
Judgment Day always going to get a little peeksy in. Hold on a second.
JD McDonagh dropping Penta on the back of his head on the apron thanks to the Balor distraction. Look at this impact. Oh, again, this is the numbers game. It's really 3-on-1 out here for Penta with Balor and Carlito in JD's corner.
You have to have a plan. And it can't just be the people of Omaha chanting your name. You got to know how you're going to take on.
Telling you something like that's about to go down.
Whenever you fight one of Judgment Day.
Penta driven into the ring post by McDonagh.
JD McDonagh had that look on his eye there when he looked over it, didn't he? Looks like there's a little bit of an attitude.
Shane, what,
well, maybe
bro?
when he gets close to the announce table, it brings back bad memories.
That could certainly be the case as well.
And JD, nice suplex delivered, floats into the cover on Penta. And a kick out by Penta at 2.
JD McDonagh so damn smooth in there. Penta getting beat up a little bit here.
He is from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, the same spot that Finn Balor was brought up. In
Oh my
fact,
God, trying to edit
McDonagh
this to
was
get under a
trained
minute is
by that man,
ridiculous.
Finn Balor. He's
Oh,
become a
Lord.
confidant of Balor
Penta
over the
hasn't
years.
lost clean yet. It's
Shawn
always been with
Michaels
help.
Once called JD McDonagh the
I mean, he
future
lost the Fatal 4-Way,
of
technically.
WWE.
The Irish contingency here in the WWE has certainly had an impact. And JD McDonagh could be the next huge star. Gotta get some wins, though.
And Penta now. Oh, nice Rana sends JD McDonagh to the mat. Penta's so damn quick. He can change his offense on a dime, Pat.
Quick as a hit.
Oh, wow! Tremendous by McDonagh. Cover now, and a kick out at 2.
Standing Spanish fly by McDonagh. Holy hell.
I'm impressed every time JD McDonagh steps into the ring.
My bad, y'all. I'm just posting a clip real quick.
Was surprised, and he's certainly going to be
That doesn't
impressed
ring a
whenever he's done
bell.
with this match and what JD McDonagh has done thus far.
You know, it's just a shame that
Seth
McDonagh has wrapped
Rollins
himself up in the
gets
likes of the Judgment Day. Cover again. Look at the leg. Kick out at 2 by Penta. I mean, it has given him a tag team championship, however.
Yeah, I think it's certainly given him this opportunity. It's given him a lot of things this Judgment Day. A lot of success somehow out of the Judgment Day, even though they're so damn insufferable. As Omaha's coming alive for Penta.
Now Carlito with a cheap shot as the official, Eddie Arango, backs up McDonagh.
That bad apple from Judgment Day can't keep his hands to himself.
McDonagh now showing the sinister side that he possesses. Likes to call himself the Irish Ace. First time ever these two men have gone one-on-one. WWE fans getting all over Carlito and Balor.
Nah, Shane, you're fucking annoying,
And
bro.
you got to wonder how Balor's feeling over the fact that his cohort, Dominik Mysterio, is the Intercontinental Champion and pinned him back at WrestleMania.
You're so fucking annoying.
And Penta and JD McDonagh doing battle. It's been a great matchup, but McDonagh has taken over, Pat.
He certainly has, and the Judgment Day has certainly helped. Carlito, the bad apple from Judgment Day, got a cheap shot in Penta, and JD
Seth
McDonagh has taken
Rollins
advantage.
gets-
Oh, slide through.
And Penta makes McDonagh pay.
Oh, we've seen this before.
Oh, JD better get out of there. Oh, that's what I was afraid of. Face first.
Total facial from Penta.
Pause.
McDonagh rolls him to the center of the ring. Hook of the leg. And a kick out by McDonagh.
Where are they tonight? Omaha,
Let's see what
Nebraska.
happened with JD McDonagh. This is incredible.
Yeah, during the break, JD McDonagh hits a standing Spanish fly on Penta, almost wins it. Penta was able to regain a little bit of steam, and then boom! 2 feet to the face. And Omaha's alive because Penta has JD McDonagh in his sights.
Guess what JD was
Guys,
worried
appreciate
about.
the
He
likes.
slowed Penta momentarily, but Penta beginning to build momentum. Big chop again by Penta that opened hand to the chest.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge from Penta.
JD telegraphed that and he paid for it.
Big punt from Penta.
And now Penta, sling blade. Cover by Penta. Hooks the leg now on McDonagh, who's able to kick out at 2. Another near fall for Penta.
Penta taking control of JD right here in front of Judgment Day. Jeez.
And McDonough's chest has been taking a beating tonight. There's that tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Knee right to the spine. Cover on McDonagh and another near fall for Penta.
That easily could have been it. I think we all would understand if JD McDonagh wasn't able to kick out. Somehow this fight continues, and now Penta's thinking, let's
Someone's got to get
destroy
involved,
this
right?
McDonagh
Oh, yep,
man.
yep.
And
There goes
Balor
Finn.
up on the apron, causing the distraction once again.
Not Carlito.
Grabbing the back of the mask of Penta.
He almost took his mask off.
And McDonagh sent to the floor. Penta climbing up top.
Damn!
Penta giving Omaha what they want. Zero fear.
H-Town Joe's a different
from the top
breed.
rope.
Shane, what the fuck is
Balor
wrong with you,
looking
bro?
on as Penta just wiped out McDonagh and Carlito, and Penta going to drag his opponent back into the ring.
That's the type of offense you need to do there whenever you're taking on the Judgment Day. They're going to have the numbers advantage like this right here.
Balor from behind. Bounces Penta face first off the apron.
Got to be able to take out the entire team.
The official was dealing with McDonagh. Didn't see Balor get involved, and now he caught him. And Balor knows it.
Uh-oh.
Eddie Orango.
See you bye.
An incredibly fresh fade and a very good call by Eddie Orango. Kicking the Judgment Day from ringside. Now it's one-on-one.
And if Penta goes up top, now wait a minute.
Who the
Where the fuck did Chad Gable come from?
Gable was.
Where did Chad Gable come from?
Remember they had a confrontation last week. And Penta now takes out Gable.
Yo, Penta's fighting everybody.
A Grande Americano, he might have had more success.
I don't know what you're referring to. They are not the same people. Whiplash from JD McDonagh's Chrome Dome.
No fucking way.
With Penta in trouble, gonna head up to the top rope. Moonsault, nobody.
Oh, faceplant.
Penta.
Mexican
Boom.
Destroyer.
Cover. Penta wins.
Wow, I'm a little surprised he pulled that one out.
What a match.
What do we think about that finish, y'all?
The odds stacked against him. 4-on-1 at one point, Pat.
We thought he took out everybody. We thought he was going to be able to, boom, hit a Mexican Destroyer, but we knew the road would be tough. And even though Judgment Day interfered and Chad Gable interfered, Penta.
Is he about to get beat up from behind? What?
On Monday Night Raw.
For a match, you have a match. I know, but I didn't know it was him. That changes everything.
No, it doesn't. Looking for you, man.
Hey, I was actually just talking to Peace about the match, and I was just telling him how last week I think I was very selfish. I was a bad mate trying to get a singles match. That's not the kind of guy I am. And I think
Oh, Lord.
maybe you should have the match tonight. I think that'd be
He's
great.
definitely getting Rusev.
Yeah.
It's definitely Rusev.
Let's go.
Peace?
Let's go. Are you serious right now?
I'm a great tag team partner.
Are you?
Yes.
You're really a good partner? Look, if that's what you guys want
gotta
to do,
be
is that what you
Rusev.
want? Fine. Austin Theory, it's official. You have yourself a singles match. Happy?
Yes. Thank
Happy
you.
Monday.
It's official.
Thank
It's
you, sir.
official, dude. This is gonna be great. You're gonna kill it.
I'm excited, but who's it against?
Oh, I know. Rusev is
Look, I think
facing
it's better as
Otis.
a surprise, but trust me, you're gonna love it. But we gotta get to the ring all day.
Who could it be? Oh, man. Who could it be?
Monday, you asked Sami Zayn to make the right decision. Well, after your chat, he subsequently rejected Seth Rollins' offer and was attacked by both Seth and Bron Breakker following their match. So, do you feel as though he made the right or wrong decision there?
We can't ignore that, Kathy. It sounds to me like we have some fellow bad guys in the audience.
I love Karrion Kross's character.
And A-Town Down Under, very interesting. Well, you want to talk about Sami Zayn? Let's talk about Sami Zayn. No doubt about it, he's got a guilty conscience with his participation in the reign of terror from the OG bloodline, and he just wants to make the right decision.
His reign of terror.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you feel that Sami Zayn made the right decision turning down Seth Rollins last Monday night on Raw? Mixed reactions, shades of gray. I like that. You know what? I can't judge. I'm no saint. As a matter of fact, some people have even referred to me as a killer.
Ooh.
But I'll say this. I'm nobody special. I'm just the devil you know. versus the Devils. You don't.
You don't.
Kathy, what do you think? What would you do in this situation? Would you join Seth Rollins?
I mean, he didn't pose the question to me, but you do leave Omaha with a lot to think about, so thank you so much.
Such a cop-out, such a cop-out. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think Kathy would have joined Seth Rollins had he asked her?
Well, on that note, I think we should get back to the action. Thank you so much.
A-Town.
I would have went to SmackDown and took the title opportunity.
Yeah, title opportunity's good, and you don't have to deal with the whole crew. Karrion Kross there. Anytime he's on a mic right now, it's a must listen.
Yeah, he's a bit out there, isn't he?
I don't know if that's how he would call it.
This is what he does all day.
Interesting situation here.
Guys, who's it gonna be? Who's Austin Theory facing? I'm pretty sure Rusev is facing Otis, right?
Who's his opponent? Why did Waller give Theory this chance at the match? You know, WWE is coming to Los Angeles on Saturday, June 7th, with Worlds Collide at Kia Forum and Money in the Bank at Intuit Dome. Individual event tickets on sale this Wednesday, May 7th. Via Ticketmaster, the pre-sale starts tomorrow. What a doubleheader in LA.
That Intuit Dome is awesome.
So's Omaha, pretty cool city.
Absolutely.
For the 15th time, Omaha is hosting Monday Night Raw tonight, first time in a couple of years. Saturday night main event coming up at the end of the month in Tampa. Two of those editions.
Oh, I just wanted to come on and say what a disgrace this holiday is.
Shout out
Speak to us, El Grande.
Anthony
Tell us why.
Smith, retired UFC fighter.
Go on, go on.
Heavyweight division.
Get it all
is
out
here.
there.
I assume in his hometown. Great to have you here, Bob.
And there's Austin Theory set for action. Waller's supposed to have this match. He said to Pierce, hey, give Theory the chance. Let's find out who the
What if,
opponent is.
oh my god, Tsunami Bro comes back? Why can't I think of his name?
Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
Okay, never mind. It's Sheamus.
Oh, yes. Hey.
I haven't seen Sheamus in a little bit.
Fight
Different theme.
night, baby.
His opponent from Dublin, Ireland, weighing in at 267 pounds, Sheamus!
Well, Pat, Theory's expression told the whole story. He knows he was set up by his teammate Fred Waller, who wanted nothing to do with Sheamus when he found out that who the opponent was.
Yeah, Grayson
Did he just
Waller
call
took a
him
one-way
Fred
trip to
Waller?
Out of the match whenever he
We're
heard
using real names now?
Sheamus.
Okay.
You think Theory's ever going to wake up and realize that Waller's in this for himself and doesn't really care about his buddy?
I mean, quite a dirtbag move to do to your friend. He's going to say that he did it to give him a little bit more shine. And he felt like he was selfish last week whenever he scheduled himself a match. So he's trying to be a good friend, or he was a bit of a coward.
Oh, the Celtic Warriors back. We haven't seen Sheamus since the Royal Rumble back in Indianapolis. And Sheamus and Theory going one-on-one tonight. These guys had a rivalry over the United States Championship a couple of years ago.
Sheamus is a strapping lad from Dublin, Ireland. He is beloved by the WWE Universe because he's wildly tough and will fight anybody.
Well, on a Hall of Fame resume, I mean, no doubt a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's done it all in his career. 4-time world champion, 3-time United States champion, 5-time tag, never held the Intercontinental title, but he's been Mr. Money in the Bank. He's won the Royal Rumble. He's been King of the Ring.
He's done it all in this wrestling business.
But that's the uber athletic Austin Theory.
I gotta be honest, Theory's a very, very good wrestler.
Absolutely, Austin Theory.
What are they doing with him?
Rocket ship on the rise for seemingly some time. We're all waiting for him to get to the outer stratosphere because that's what's possible with him. You look at the way he's built, you listen to the way he's talked.
Sheamus, again, always in tremendous shape. And he catches, oh, there it is, the Irish curse backbreaker to Theory.
Theory's working the ring, on the mic, His commitment to the business, everything about him.
And another one.
Superstar.
Oh no, the luchadors have filtered my comments to protect the community experience. I must skedaddle. I'm dead. Gracias!
Yeah, Sheamus. Okay, here we go. Sheamus might get caught here by Austin Theory, who also has
They
a lot
filtered you? That's bullshit.
ring IQ. What Sheamus has been able to do in WWE is nothing short of
This
impressive.
is
A lot of it
bullshit.
just beating people down.
Yeah, one of the most physical men in the history of WWE. With the exception of perhaps Gunther. And here we now into the Cloverleaf is Theory. Submission move. Center of the ring. Waller looks on, and yeah, Waller looks real concerned, and Theory makes it to the bottom rope. You look real concerned, Mr. Waller.
Yeah.
Real concerned.
Yeah, just passing the Sheamus off.
I don't think he could be any less enthusiastic about helping his friend than he was there.
Wait a minute.
And Sheamus down top rope, and Theory taken out, and Sheamus is fired up.
Gang, what? What happened? Oh, I just realized I'm not live. There we
Oh
go.
my goodness! Did you hear that thud as Theory turns things around? And now Waller's all happy out here at ringside.
Neck breaker to the outside from Austin Theory.
Go over and high-five your buddy now. Give him a high five.
Grayson Waller just called a member of the audience fat, I believe.
Theory now sends Sheamus into the ring. And Theory now going to mount pound Sheamus here.
Ace, big lefts thundering down on Sheamus.
The southpaw unloading. Cover. And Sheamus kicks out.
Austin Theory just did a little check there. How beaten down is Sheamus? He knows Sheamus is wildly tough. One of the toughest ever. Just
What's up, Jay
Let
Collectibles?
alone in the business.
Kind of a lackluster way.
And Sheamus trying to fight out of this.
Kind of a lackluster way to bring Sheamus back tonight. I'm not gonna lie.
Gunther. Who you get to
Kind of
face,
meh.
5 nights.
That's right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready to do what's right.
Backlash starts at 7 o'clock Eastern.
I'm standing up for what's right. And if it ends with me getting beat up a little bit, so be it. You take a stand.
Hope that doesn't happen. As Sheamus now back to his feet. Now he begins to pound away on Austin Theory. Sheamus just tremendous resilience. Whoa, what a clothesline. Theory right back up and suffers another one at the hands of the Celtic Warrior.
Jey Uso doesn't have
In theory,
Shane what?
looking to put Sheamus away.
The power of Austin
Bro,
Theory.
why have you not changed your name
Airplane
yet?
spin, center of the ring. Down goes Sheamus. Cover now. Hooks both legs. Sheamus kicks it too.
Austin Theory almost had this win.
If you're Theory, what do you say to Waller at the end of this night?
I mean, I guess there's a chance that Austin Theory is just happy for the opportunity. And maybe just keeps it moving. But then there's a chance he says, hey, you set me up for failure here. And I overcame.
Oh, you're tight.
Tonight here in Omaha, 11,558 on hand. Sheamus returns for the first time since the Royal Rumble. He takes on Austin Theory. Remember, Theory's partner, Waller, was supposed to be in this matchup. Waller found out who his opponent was and said, hey, Theory, you want an opportunity? Of course, Austin jumped at the chance.
I kind of passed the buck here, but...
And Sheamus, power!
And that's why Sheamus is so resilient, tough, and powerful. He'll beat you up from the beginning of the match to the end of the match.
In theory, I believe, about to have his chest caved in. And, oh, Theory, great counter.
Yeah, that's trash, but you'll be alright.
By Theory, slingshot.
Guys, I'm really fucking shadow banned. Usually my live by now has seen
Sheamus brilliantly.
cumulatively like 600-700 people. My shit is stuck at 200.
Wrap the arm
What the
and the leg
fuck,
as we
bro?
take another look.
Austin Theory slingshots himself into that knee. Just perfectly timed and placed by Sheamus.
Well, Sheamus knows what Theory's about. Again, we
Not
just-
carrying cross,
these two have had
liking my my
rivalry
tweet.
past over the United States Championship.
Look at Sheamus eyeballing Grayson Waller.
Still a man that size. It impresses me every time when he tries to go to the top rope and went for a battering ram and had to roll through. His Theory got out of harm's way. And now sends Sheamus shoulder first to the post. And Theory has an opportunity. A kick drops Sheamus to his knees. Theory rolling through. What? Oh, and a blockbuster.
Roll through blockbuster.
Cover. Sheamus kicks out near fall.
I thought that was it.
Again, we want to remind everyone that the main event for tonight was
Hey, yo, Jake, what?
The Men's World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line on Monday Night Raw. Jey Uso defending against Seth Rollins here tonight. And doing a little bit of research during the break, Pat. Jey Uso has never beaten Seth Rollins one-on-one in his career.
Jey Uso had never beaten Gunther one-on-one before WrestleMania.
And Sheamus back to his feet. Couple of shots to the gut of Austin Theory.
Streaks are meant to be broken. Every night can be something different. Sheamus has been doing this a long time.
Uh-oh, from the second rope, Theory up high. Sheamus, little bit of white noise.
Wow.
Man, it's great to have Sheamus back.
You know, they were talking 100 men versus one gorilla.
Oh my God, why would you even say that? Oh, you're talking to Jake?
Okay.
And the Omaha fans.
Nah, look at Grayson. Is Grayson Waller mad or is he regretful?
What the Celtic Warriors been doing for decades.
Hush it, Josephine.
They're starting to question Grayson Waller. Why would you do this? Why would you put me through this?
Well, he might want to ask another question because he's about to get 10 beats to the Bowdrin.
Omaha's pretty excited to have Sheamus there, so that's good at least.
And Grayson Waller couldn't bear to watch. And Sheamus says, I got my eyes on you, fella. Brogue! Grayson Waller.
Someone eventually has to turn on the other one.
Theory loses to
I'll bleach my hair for 1 million likes.
Sheamus is back with a hell of a win.
Not a fake
Austin
Rock
Theory.
following me.
Grayson Waller said, no thank you, whenever Adam Pearce told him who he had to wrestle tonight. He
Bro
said, I
said,
got
what
the
about
perfect
10K?
guy for you.
Well, you know,
for 10K,
Mr. Waller has some explaining.
I can't bleach my hair.
Austin Theory. You know they're going to be talking about this.
Give me some
tomorrow
other
morning.
options.
Dive into everything from Monday Night Raw and WWE on the Raw recap. Brought to you by Fanatics. It's available every Tuesday on WWE's YouTube and all audio platforms where you get your podcasts. They're also going to be talking about this breaking news. Wait a minute. Bit of an argument going on over there between Theory and Waller. We missed that, but get back to that in a moment. Meanwhile, this is breaking news now, Pat.
Dom versus Penta, 1v1.
Saturday at Backlash in St. Louis. 7 o'clock Eastern start time, 4 o'clock on the West Coast. Dominik Mysterio forced to defend the Intercontinental Championship one-on-one against Penta.
Boys, what was that? What was that? The ref kicking you guys out. I don't like kick me out. I have a question. What was Gable doing out there? Did you ask him to come out?
Imagine Gable joins Judgment Day.
They need to get it ASAP.
Don't worry, I'm gonna take care of Penta at Backlash, but I do miss my Juanita. Me too. You know, hey, what are you doing here?
Prince, what's up, man?
Uh-oh.
How'd you get in here? Oh, truth. You told me exactly where this place was. It wasn't even hard to find. You know, I didn't try to come in here and start a fight, cause any trouble. Just want to give you a friendly reward. I mean, gosh, I can't even think. It's a warning, and it is friendly. I don't care who wins at Backlash. I'm coming after that Intercontinental. Okay.
Whatever.
I'm so flustered right now.
I got you.
Old man,
What the hell?
What? It doesn't matter who wins at Backlash. I'm coming after that Intercontinental Championship.
AJ, what's good with you, bro? What the fuck?
This is crazy. I knew being a champion was going to be hard, but I didn't think it was going to be this hard. Like, I got Penta, AJ. My hands are full here, but don't you have a history with AJ? Why don't you take care of him for me?
What, so then my job's to clean up your mess? Only messing with you, kid. Of course I'll take care of AJ for you.
Ah!
No worries, dude. For the Judgment Day.
Yeah, I always said you were the dad.
Cookie butter, what? El Grande Americano is apparently the new speed champion, by the way.
Now's not the time, Kof.
Whoa, hold on, Chad. Hear us out. We saw what went down out there. We think it's awful. And we also think it's time that you and American May got some respect around here, bro.
I know you've seen the War Raiders walking around here talking about wanting a shot at the tag team championships, but we beat the bejesus out of them at WrestleMania, so no.
The bejesus.
What we really think is that opportunities like that need to start coming back to American May. Huh?
I like what you're saying.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I like the way you sound.
Picking up what I'm putting
Let me
down.
hear some more of that.
Yeah.
Give me some more. Yeah, what ideas you got?
What the hell?
It's messed up what Lyra did to you.
What did one just have to do with the
I
other?
think the man is on her way out
Well,
here.
Becky's here and she's on her way to the ring.
Becky Lynch is on the way.
A clash in Paris and Monday Night Raw are coming to La Defense Arena in Paris, France on Sunday, August 31st and Monday, September 1st. Combo tickets are on sale now via
what's up, Jake?
Ticketmaster.
Oui. Bonjour, ça va?
Well, we understand Becky Lynch is on her way out here to the arena. Of course, this coming Saturday, Backlash is in St. Louis, Missouri, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock on the West Coast. Becky Lynch will battle Lyra Valkyria for the Intercontinental Championship. Let's show you how this all went down. Started a couple of weeks ago. Remember at WrestleMania, Becky and Lyra won the tag team titles? Well, they would lose them the next night, and Becky Lynch would take out all of her frustration on her protege, the woman who looked up to her, Pat, Lyra Valkyria.
And Lyra's hero beat the hell out of her, turned her back on her, and in front of everybody, beat her
do this real quick.
down.
So as we saw, we are getting Jey Uso versus Seth Rollins tonight. Apparently this was a master plot by Seth Rollins. He went backstage and he said, "Told you so" to Paul Heyman. The only thing is, this is not going to end how you think it is. You see, there's a very pissed off Roman Reigns and CM Punk probably lurking in the shadows here tonight. And it's going to upend this match because you can't end this with either one of them losing cleanly, right? This is going to lead to Backlash, us having a tag team match of Braun and Seth versus Roman and Punk. I mean, look, the Backlash card is lacking star power. This is a good way to put that on the card. And whoever wins that, your guess is as good as mine. I'd have to go with probably Seth and Braun because Punk and Roman not working well together would make a lot of sense. Well, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. It's also possible Logan gets involved, but I really don't see that happening because why would Logan care? He would just maintain his title match versus Seth Rollins. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. All right, we're good there.
Chip on the shoulder. Find the spike. Stay motivated. Climb to the top.
I still can't believe what she did to Lyra Valkyria, a young woman that looked up to Becky Lynch, believed Becky was her idol, had a tremendous match with Becky over the NXT Championship a couple of years ago, and then Becky doing what she did to her the night after WrestleMania. Hey, new two-day combo tickets for SummerSlam at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. JETS, Jets on Saturday, August 2nd and Sunday, August 3rd. Are on sale now via...
I don't know. I see. That's hard to call, honestly.
And tonight,
I kind of feel like Braun and Paul have been set up for a very long time.
Presented by Snickers. In the ring.
If anything, I could see them booting Seth out.
Tries to win her first Intercontinental Championship.
I think it strongly depends on the response they get, though, you know?
Lyra Valkyria with the toughest title defense so far. She defends the Intercontinental title against the multi-time Women's World Champion and one of the all-time greats, Becky Lynch, at Backlash.
All right, let me download this clip real quick. You think they really take the belt away from Jey so soon? Absolutely not. No shot.
Wait, I suck. I suck.
Did anyone even say that?
Wait a second, because I am very confused about what is going on here. You guys are treating me like I'm the bad guy. I am the victim here. I am the victim here. Okay, I took out Bayley. But when I walked down the ramp at WrestleMania, everybody lost their minds. A woman in the crowd started crying tears of joy. Nobody asked where Bayley was. Nobody cared. Of course they didn't. She's garbage.
Jeez. Wow.
She's garbage. I took out the garbage. Everybody's like, oh, great. The garbage has been taken out. I say, hey, I took out the garbage. Everybody's like, I can't believe you took out the garbage. That's not what you say when somebody takes out the garbage. You say, thank you for taking out the garbage.
What the fuck is she? This sounds like an argument with Seth that's playing out on television.
And what's more than that, I also took out the recycling. Because that's what Lyra is. She's less offensive than regular garbage, but she's still garbage.
Yeah, what the hell?
What is garbage about her is her attitude. She doesn't have a dream if it isn't for me. She doesn't have a title if it isn't for me. She doesn't make history if it isn't for me. She doesn't even have a frickin' fiance if it isn't for me. And yet I get all of this disrespect.
Okay.
This disrespect. This is what I'm talking about.
Well, some harsh words.
Yeah.
Did you actually just call me recycling?
Yes, I did.
She did.
You're the queen of recycling. You've been recycling the same moves, the same tired old act for years. But that's fine, Becky. You do you. I don't care. What I have a problem with is you acting like you had anything to do with my success.
Yeah, we're saying a whole bunch of nothing right now.
The one thing I want to drive into your skull more than my foot is the fact that you didn't make me. Let me get you up to speed, because you've been gone a while. You went on holidays.
We'll talk about that in a second.
Everyone got better. You went on holidays, and I made some history of my own.
Nah, why did her voice crack
But you're
like
what
that?
this championship needs, right? That's what you said. That's rich, considering I've defended it more days than you've shown up to work this year. I see it now, Becky. I see it so clearly. You shattered glass ceilings for women, and for that I am forever grateful. But you left all the broken glass on the ground, and the rest of the locker room were just supposed to follow behind you because you never had any intention of taking anyone to the top with you.
Oh, okay, no, you were right. When I was gone, everybody else had the best year of their career. But it's only because they didn't have me to compare themselves to. And no, I didn't help anybody. I don't like anybody. And it is not my
Paula
job
with the
to
finger
help
heart
anybody.
and the 30
It is my job
roses.
to beat everybody. And
You
I
just
am
made the list.
Very, very freaking good at my job.
Let's go, Paula.
I am the greatest
Appreciate
to
you.
ever do it, and it's not just me saying I'm the greatest to ever do
Paula
it.
hanging out
Sports
tonight.
Illustrated says I'm the greatest to ever do it.
Know you're wrestling down and out. Hope he gets better soon.
So it doesn't matter.
What was he saying?
It doesn't matter how
he's a
good
little
you
sick.
think you are, how good you will ever be. You will only ever be the moment after the moment.
Ooh. Lyra's hair is
Wow.
crazy right now.
Sports Illustrated said that? Well, you know what? I'm actually wrong. I take it all back. Please continue listing your achievements. Let me help you. Don't leave anything out. What can we say about Becky?
What's up,
well,
Scorpion?
She was the first women's champion on SmackDown. You were the first woman to main event WrestleMania and win. You were the first women's Intercontinental Oh wait, that one was me.
Huh. She got mad deodorant on. And it's sparkly.
You hate it, don't you? You hate that this is my first ever.
No
Well,
pop.
get used to it, Becky. Because as long as I'm here, I hope you like second place.
Uh-oh.
You know what I like?
Oh! Becky went for a cheap shot and Lyra made her pay. And now Lyra
Get the
taking it to
ginger
Becky
out of her
Lynch.
head.
Fool me once.
Lyra said, you might have taught me some things, but I've taken that and gotten so much
Lyra's
better.
talented.
Now,
She just
brawl
doesn't
now
have
is
it on the mic
broken
for
out
me.
between these two women who face for the Intercontinental title.
They are
Saturday.
trying very
And
hard to
Lyra
get
now
over. I'll
taking
give them
the
that.
fight to Becky and Lyra, impressive.
They're
as
gonna
Becky
feed
thought
Becky
she
to
was
her,
gonna
too?
retreat, but again, the fight continues.
Lyra continuing
Which I'm
to
pretty
stay
sure
on
Becky's
Becky.
more than okay with
Lyra will
losing to
not
her.
back down.
J-Dog with the
officials out here
follow.
to separate, they're trying to separate these two.
You just made the list.
Appreciate
It's
you,
obviously
bro.
clearly personal between
Not
the
the,
two of them.
nah, this is
You know,
so
one
bum.
thing,
You got
Pat,
two
over the
people
past
holding
couple of
Lyra
weeks with
and
the
one holding
situation
Becky.
with Becky Lynch.
Now
Lyra
Becky can't get her
Valkyria,
jacket
in my
off.
opinion, is broken out of her shell, Pat.
Absolutely, she's become our...
You see this disrespect? You see this disrespect? I did nothing wrong.
And Lyra's not done yet. And Lyra now
Oh
back into
my
the ring.
God.
The fight
This
continues.
is a fucking train wreck of a
Valkyria and
pull
Lynch.
apart.
Is
Lyra looks like she's laughing.
Went for the manhandle slam.
Instead,
Lyra looking for Nightwing. And if she hits that
All right.
Saturday, Becky Lynch's chances at the title are over.
Is Lyra gonna win or is
I'm
Becky
telling you,
gonna win? I'm a
say
little
it again.
confused now.
Lyra Valkyria has broken out of her shell the last couple of
J-Dog,
weeks.
I
This
just
is
recorded a
different
video I'm about to
Valkyria.
post.
She's on a different level and a different plane.
About
Finally
that.
pushed by Becky.
yeah, Lyra's special. And right now it feels like she has everything she needs to go to the next level. When your idol becomes your rival, you find out who you really are. You might just be the icon now, Lyra.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our main event still to come tonight. Seth Rollins looking to win a 6th World Championship and cement his new group as the force in professional wrestling.
Well, they're
Main
good
event,
friends.
Jey Uso
They're
has
good
other
friends.
ideas.
I don't
His
think
first
Becky
title
would have an
offense
issue with
since
it.
winning his first
I'm
world
wondering
title at
if
WrestleMania
WWE's
for the
choosing to
first time in over
abandon
7 months.
is
The
my
men's
thing,
world
right?
heavyweight
Because
title on the
Lyra
line
really
live
has not
tonight.
been captivating, if you will. That's just my biggest concern, you know? Lyra's growing on me, but she definitely needs some work, man. She definitely needs some work. And, you know, I say that respectfully. You know, respectfully. Look, I don't want her to get released, but I can see her being a part of the post-Mania cuts next year if she don't get it together.
Roxanne Perez in a massive matchup tonight against the Women's World Champion, IYO SKY. A win could earn her a future world title opportunity.
Paula with the dizzy bird. I don't even know what that is.
Just
made
the list. The world champ, IYO SKY. NXT upstart Roxanne Perez live.
Alright guys, I'm about to post a video about what I think is going to happen tonight. Y'all go ahead and do me a favor, run the likes up on it.
Roxanne Perez, massive opportunity, Pat.
Absolutely. Roxanne Perez, obviously, the prodigy is the tag. That's because so quickly she has taken to this business and taken over.
Let me get the transcript
Welcome
real
to
quick.
Raw again.
I can't wait till I make enough doing this to pay
expecting
an
a better
editor.
reaction from you people, considering that in just a few weeks, I put the entire women's division of Monday Night Raw on notice. Just ask your favorite, Rhea Ripley. Or why don't you ask your so-called champ, IYO SKY? Oh, you guys love them, don't you? Yeah, it's probably because they're mediocre, just like this boring city, and just like all of you people sitting in that crowd.
Oh, Lord.
What's that all about?
But the Prodigy, she's far from mediocre. You're looking at a former NXT Women's Tag Team Champion, a former two-time NXT Women's Champion. In fact, I'm the most decorated champion to have ever walked out of NXT, man or woman. So, IYO SKY, you might think that just because you walked out of WrestleMania with your title, that means that you're the top star in this business. But your time at the top is gonna be very, very short. All thanks to the Prodigy, Roxanne Perez.
A lot of stuff being said from Roxanne to these people in Omaha. She has everything she needs to back it all up, too. That's why she says that.
Roxanne, I think Roxanne's the future
for Roxanne.
world
She
champion.
knocks off IYO, Pat.
Giulia, too. Giulia's no joke.
Admit she deserves a world title opportunity.
Absolutely. You beat a champ, you deserve to be in champ conversations. Roxanne's only been in championship conversations since she entered the business.
Trained, of course, by the great Booker T, who you had some fun with this past weekend.
Yeah, and the reality of wrestling is he's an absolute beast. Two-time Hall of Famer. Five-time. Love that man.
Five-time. World heavyweight champion.
Five-time.
We get it, guys.
Absolute legend. He is. More people need to see.
WWE, in partnership with the Western Australian government through Tourism Western Australia, announced that Crown Jewel Perth will headline a WWE weekend takeover in Perth this October.
What's with?
That'll feature John Cena's
Why
final
is Crown Jewel
WWE
going
appearance
to
in
Perth?
Australia.
Because they're
Crown
getting
Jewel
royal
Perth will
rumble?
take place at RAC Arena on Saturday, October 11th, 2025. The venue also hosts Friday Night
Wait,
SmackDown
we're talking about
on the 10th
Roxanne?
and Monday Night Raw on October 13th. You can register
Yeah, I don't
now
think
for
Roxanne is
exclusive
close
presale
to-
opportunity at WWE.com/.
I don't think anyone's really close to IYO. IYO's very talented.
Roxanne
IYO's
Perez
definitely
set to take on IYO SKY. Let's
top
show you what
5
happened last week.
female
on Monday Night Raw.
talent
Great
on the
matchup
roster.
between Roxanne Perez and Rhea Ripley. Roxanne really taking the Eradicator to the limit. You notice who was at ringside? Roxanne's buddy from NXT, Giulia. And the 2-on-1 attack would take place until IYO SKY came to the aid of Rhea. Now remember, later in the show, Pat, Rhea said, "I didn't need your help." IYO said, "We're even."
Yeah, I don't think Rhea Ripley asked for it, but she certainly should have been appreciative of it, as these NXT women were running roughshod there for a bit.
And here's Roxanne Perez again tonight in Omaha, live on Raw, set to take on the world champ.
is trending.
A lot of confidence, for good reason.
I will say this: I do not like. I don't like the theme song. I feel like it's a good theme song when her and what's her face are tag teaming. It plays way better. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I feel like we could definitely do a little bit better for an IYO SKY theme song.
You know, guys, we mentioned it just a few moments ago that WWE is coming to Perth, Australia in October for a weekend extravaganza. Well, the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley, not here tonight because she is in her homeland of Australia.
What about Kurt?
She's been doing media all week long. Rhea taking over Perth as she gets set for another great event later this fall in Australia.
Australia has created some legends in all of sport. Rhea Ripley, certainly one of them.
And speaking of legends, Stephanie McMahon, of course, hosts Stephanie Places every Wednesday on ESPN+. A very special guest this coming Wednesday, my buddy Pat McAfee.
Absolute honor to be asked.
Yeah,
to be on that
Kyrie
show.
Sane. I couldn't think of her
Obviously,
name.
There's much bigger superstars that she has interviewed and told the story of. The fact that I was asked to be a part of that was an absolute honor, and I can't wait to watch it alongside of you. Stephanie is obviously an absolute boss. So cool.
Well, I'm glad she did that interview before Saturday.
Amen, brother.
And IYO SKY, Roxanne Perez, tie up center of the ring, and we are underway in what should be an incredible matchup here tonight. Last week, NXT, IYO SKY and Jordan Grace knocked off Roxanne and Giulia in a tag team matchup where Perez was pinned by the world champ IYO SKY. Tomorrow night, NXT on the CW. Giulia battles Jordan Grace to become the
I
number
wish
one
TikTok
contender
had
to
a
face
clip it
Stephanie
feature the way
for the NXT Women's title
Twitch
at
does.
Battleground.
I'll say that.
Oh, what a slap by Roxanne.
NXT has a superstars abundance that I don't think we've seen before.
Location,
Every night
they
it's
are
somebody
in
new.
Omaha, so shy.
And Roxanne,
Health.
fresh to Raw, has been nothing short of.
And look at IYO SKY now.
This should actually be a good match. They're both
athlete,
similar in
great
size.
world champion, proud to
They're
be the
both
world
definitely
champ
talented
well.
as hell,
Oh, nice
especially
drop
IYO.
kick,
IYO's a
too.
crazy,
Roxanne
like,
Perez
tenured
driving her
veteran
out
in
of the
wrestling,
ring.
period. And then Roxanne
IYO
is young,
SKY,
but she
able
is
to do things nobody else on earth
learner.
can, which
She's
is
a good
why she's our
upstart, you know?
champion.
And Roxanne Perez, though,
Oh,
drop kick to the knee. Great move by Perez, who has really matured and come into her own here over the past year, stomping away at the women's world champ. And this is great strategy, Pat. You take the legs away from the genius of the sky, she can't fly.
Yeah, if she doesn't have a platform to jump from, she can't jump. That's brilliant stuff here by Roxanne Perez.
IYO out to the apron now. Roxanne blocked by Sky.
Roxanne Perez has been training for this business since she was 15.
And again, focusing on the right leg of IYO SKY.
Throughout high school, was training to be a professional wrestler.
Yeah, 10-hour Greyhound bus ride from Laredo to Houston to train with Booker T. It's all she's ever wanted to do, and it's paid off as a two-time NXT Women's Champion and one-time NXT champ. But there's IYO SKY.
Direct hit, super
Flying
effective.
through the sky, the genius of the sky has taken over.
Roxanne was giving herself a little bit of an applause, and IYO SKY took advantage of the distraction. Roxanne had to stay focused there. IYO SKY flips it on its head quickly.
You're going to launch us on. Roxanne Perez, you think the bad leg slowed her down a bit as she tried to get up there?
At least made her think about it, and here we go, attacking it once again.
Yeah, Perez, just vicious attitude, focusing on the knee. IYO's in
What up,
trouble.
everybody who's
Great
just
strategy
joining
from the Prodigy
in.
here.
Appreciate everybody coming through.
And Roxanne has taken control of IYO SKY. And what's a critical match for Roxanne here tonight is you see IYO favoring the right leg that has been the focus of the attack
No,
by
it's raining
Perez.
like crazy
Roxanne
right
wins,
now.
could earn herself a future title opportunity.
IYO SKY looks to be holding that knee a bit. Roxanne's strategy might have worked.
First time ever in their career, these two have gone one-on-one. IYO trying to drag herself back in the ring to beat the count, which she does at 8. And again,
Roxanne meets her there. Good decision. And once again.
Yikes.
I talked to Booker T last week about the maturation of Roxanne Perez, and I asked him if he saw this coming, and he said yes, definitely.
Trying
That
so
it took
hard
a little
to
bit of
not go
time
downstairs and get a bottle
to
of
gain
water.
the viciousness that you need inside the ring. Roxanne was a nice girl, and here's the cover now. Hook of the leg, kick out by Sky. But once she decided to get a bit more vicious like you're seeing here tonight, it completely turned her career around. That's what Booker says.
Always had the work ethic, always had the confidence. Then she learned the business a little bit and decided this is what she's gonna have to do if she wants to get to the top. She's fighting the champion right now.
IYO, tremendous guts and resilience fighting back in this match.
Let the world know how you are, Roxanne, you know? It's a massive Monday Night Raw for the Prodigy.
Oh, there's a reason I was going to say that, but she's called the Prodigy. Side Russian leg sweep by Perez, floats into a cover, hooks the leg, and a kick out. Perhaps should have hooked the bad leg there, but Sky able to kick out at 2.
Might have wanted to go in for a quick, cover, but you're right. Could have got a little
All
bit
right, we're
deeper
now
in it.
posted on all socials. Guys, carry
trying
across like my
Kind of
tweet.
wear down EO even more.
Low key
Men's
fire.
World Champion is in action in our main event tonight, but his title's on the line. Jey Uso was manipulated by Paul Heyman. Seth Rollins gets an opportunity in our main event later on.
Yeah, Paul Heyman certainly proud of himself for what he was able to accomplish this evening.
Nah, Kevin Owens OD.
And Roxanne just
He
continues
asked Seth
to
on Twitter if he
focus on the
plans on
injured leg of
getting a
Sky.
spray tan to
That
fit
buys
in with
Io
his
some
group.
space. Drags herself toward the corner. Sends Roxanne out to the apron, and Roxanne again to the bad leg, and Roxanne Perez now looking to wrap that leg around the ring post.
1, 2, 3. Come on, that's enough.
This is that ruthlessness you're talking about with Roxanne.
Yeah, it's just been a vicious assault by Perez. Great opportunity. This girl's going to be a massive star. There's absolutely no doubt about that.
She's taking to the sky.
Io going to thwart her there.
Back from commercial.
High risk here on Monday Night Raw.
Go! Deep arm drag sends Perez across the ring. Now buying some time for the world champ Io.
IYO SKY stretching out that knee, rubbing on that knee a little bit. It's been beat down, but able to get a deep arm drag from the second rope here.
I got 2,000 views.
Throw the prodigy across the ring, and now Omaha is coming alive.
We talked just a little bit ago about the Booker T effect and how training Roxanne Perez, the one thing she missed early on in her career was that killer instinct, the viciousness, the ruthlessness. But she's changed her game over the last couple of years. That has come out in Roxanne, and it's paid dividends, as you're seeing tonight.
It certainly lives inside of IYO SKY as well.
Oh, caught her.
No, what the fuck?
Uppercut from IYO.
And Io planting face
I just
first.
read
Perez,
that
and
this
now
is
Io
random and not
trying to build some
wrestling related,
momentum
right?
here.
But I
Sky
just
with a
read
kick.
that a moose can dive
Never a
up
night
to
off
6
for the
feet
women's world champ.
deep
Falls into the cover, and
aquatic
Roxanne kicks it
vegetation,
too.
which is why they get
So
eaten
IYO
by
SKY
whales.
likes it. Doesn't mind having a match. Doesn't mind showcasing why she's champion.
Why?
One of the best in the world, no doubt. She's done it everywhere. Tremendous multi-time champion in Japan. Of course, we mentioned NXT. Two-time world champ at this level as IYO SKY heads up to the top rope to the floor. Miss Money in the Bank is going to fly. Missile drop kick drops Perez.
With the kip up and the flip up.
Bro, I can't believe I just
And
read
she's
that.
got Omaha on its feet. Just a joy to watch. Just infectious.
How could you not love IYO SKY? Oh, wait, her knee gave out on her. That's that strategy all night from Roxanne. Paying off.
Well, I think she got a bit carried away, Pat. Roll up now by Perez. IYO
Oh,
rolls
shit.
through. Stop
Oh.
in the midsection. IYO into the cover now, looking to put Perez away, and a kick out.
I don't know what IYO's going to be able to do with this knee if it keeps buckling the way it is.
And both women.
This actually is a pretty
extremely
decent match, I'm not
physical
gonna
match
lie.
here tonight. And IYO, German suplex. What a cover by Sky.
Wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute. She gonna looked like she was going to deliver another German, and Roxanne Perez turns it into a back suplex.
Angle slam there. Olympic slam.
And now ducking underneath the Sky. IYO SKY now hooking Perez. Oh, knee to the spine.
That shit definitely hurts. I don't care.
Sky says that's it. You got Roxanne in position. But will the right leg hold up?
Is she going to be able to go to that place in space
I low-key
that she's been looking to go? Is she going over the moon?
On the
Has
feet,
to
let's
roll
go.
through, and she hurt her leg again. Perez with a golden opportunity here. Roxanne Perez, face first goes Sky. Roxanne's in the driver's seat, could be moments away for upsetting the world champion. Kick right to the back of the neck.
Jeez.
Cover now by Perez. On
That's actually a
Sky,
solid move.
shoulders down, and Sky kicks it 2.5.
It's like a guillotine. Back of the head and neck of IYO SKY.
Oh my God, bro.
God.
Just trying to get my volume
up.
loud.
Chance ring throughout the arena here in Omaha.
Roxanne
over the top, look for a sunset flip. IYO able to
back handspring through.
Uh-oh, caught by Roxanne. Oh, and a dragon screw right to the bad leg.
Oh,
Roxanne, nice.
Whoa!
IYO turns it around.
Yo!
Jackknife of her own. Roxanne turns it. Perez with the shoulders down. IYO Sky scoops her up, shoulders down yet again. Roxanne kicks at it too. Another cover now on Sky.
Low showing off here.
Eddie Rango busy here. Kick at it two again. Near fall after near fall. Stacking up IYO Sky. Rolls through now, shoulders down. IYO got her.
Wow. Wait, what? You know what? That's not something you see every day. I don't, like, normally I wouldn't like that finish. I don't like that. I especially don't like when they do that for no reason. But to have it something actually finished that way is a little, like, crazy,
like a
right?
15-piece pinfall.
How often do you see that?
Tremendous.
Roxanne looking like a spoiled little girl.
Drop kick by IYO Sky.
You know what?
Roxanne
Like, I want to be mad at that, but I can't be. It was a solid.
She had tonight.
You know, I feel like this protects Roxanne a little
after
bit.
counter after counter into a
Good job,
1,
kid.
2, 3 for IYO Sky. A jousting of wits there to finish that match.
She's gonna attack her.
Wow.
She's gotta attack her from behind.
And IYO's so fun to watch. Loves what she does.
Giulia maybe or something?
Loves the fact she's champion and.
Nah, this makes no sense. This literally makes no sense.
Wow. Great show of sportsmanship by Roxanne.
Wasn't Roxanne just running around with Giulia beating people up?
Tonight. You have to believe IYO and Roxanne will meet down the road.
I'm a little confused by that.
Oh!
Ah, look, see?
Giulia from behind with a sneak attack.
You
Roxanne
see? Okay.
An obvious
We good.
bruise here. And now the 2-on-1 assault on IYO Sky.
It all makes sense again.
I've been beating the hell
Here
out of
comes
people
mommy.
since they've got here.
Yeah, Rhea's in Australia. IYO Sky finds herself in a 2-on-1.
Rhea's in. So who's gonna help? Kyrie Sane back?
Here at the hands of Giulia and Perez.
I thought Roxanne was showing respect. I thought the next generation was showing appreciation for the generation before them. And instead, she was just setting her up.
Let's do it again. Yeah, someone's coming out.
Just setting her up to get attacked.
And I don't believe they're done yet. Another statement
Oh,
made
shit. She's on her own.
Jeez.
by these NXT
She's cooked.
badasses.
IYO just got fried, bro.
Everybody's warned.
Well, coming up next, look at these two monsters, Pat.
A lot of meat, a lot of fight, a lot of power, a lot of chest.
For the first time in over 5 years, Rusev is in action in WWE.
It's so meaningless to have Rusev come back and just squash other big men.
Rusev is in action.
Listen, I'm sorry, but if your only plan with Rusev is to have him come back and squash other big men, that means you're literally just cycling out big men to squash other big men. I feel like I should be saying pause for all this. It's look, I get it, but at the same time, Rusev is so much more than that. So what are we actually doing here? You gotta be able to separate him. This is cool if it's only for the first couple weeks, showing he's a legitimate threat. But eventually, I'm talking by like June, I want to see Rusev up against Jey Uso. I want to see him maybe up against, I mean, you really can't put him in the IC title picture because, you know, currently a heel holds the belt. But you gotta do something with him. Otherwise, it's a rinse and repeat of what happened, you know, 5+ years ago when he lost to John Cena at WrestleMania and completely neutralized all momentum. Do something with Rusev. Don't just bring him back to pull things away from AEW. Bring things back and do right by them. In this case, Rusev. Rusev belongs in the world title picture, especially if you're presenting him this way. Let's course correct here, okay? What up, Riley?
WWE.
Now, what do we miss?
Look at these two monsters.
Everyone else, they stole our titles at Mania. We heard what they said last week. We want New Day. Talking is done. We want the New Day. We want them right now.
Guys, let's just calm down for just a second.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The only reason you guys won last week anyway is because that clown Penta got involved, all right?
I don't have time for this, okay?
Oh, great, but you got time to hand out title opportunities to everybody except my boys, the Creeds, right? Except American Made.
We have beat the Creeds twice.
Of course I'm gonna eat it. It's cut in half already.
Hey, hold on.
I love Giulia too. I like Giulia. I like
make
Stephanie.
sure that championship opportunities go to new.
Oh, so you are ducking us, huh? You are
ducking
ducking
you.
us.
No, look, we're looking out for the entire tag team division before we start handing out rematches based on controversial victories.
Exactly. That's why the Creeds deserve the match, all right?
Look, Pierce, give us the Creeds. We'll put them in the dirt first. That way, the New Day can't run from us forever.
We know not what of you speak, son.
Oh, we would never.
Never. Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Fine. War Raiders versus the Creeds. It's official. Gentlemen, if you please. It's official. Hey, Americano. Good one, Pierce. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Gracias.
Huh.
There's caught him. I knew it.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by Maxine Dupree and Akira Tozawa, representing Alpha Academy, weighing in at 330 pounds, Otis!
Otis goes one-on-one against the returning Rusev tonight. Rusev,
yeah, he about to get
came
cooked,
back
bro.
a couple of weeks ago, took out Otis and Tozawa, making a big statement. Otis now with an opportunity for some payback tonight. Otis looks fired up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I like watching this type of Otis. Focused, fired up, jacked, glistening.
Listening.
Ready to do work. We're in Omaha, Nebraska, and we're thankful that this man, Coach Matt Rule, college football icon.
Yeah, Matt Rule sucks in the
Dylan
NFL, so no
Raiola,
one cares.
and Emmett Johnson of the Nebraska Cornhusker football team are here tonight. The boys are beloved. They got hot second half of the season.
Matt Rule going to really turn that program around.
Oh, we don't know that. Stop it.
He's a great coach, man. That Raiola kid, too. Unbelievable. Future star. Already.
Here comes Rusev.
And his opponent from Bulgaria, weighing at 270
I'm telling you, this is going to end exactly how I said.
You know, Rusev sent out a little warning on social media today, and he basically said, Otis, I don't want to hurt you. Interesting take from this man who told us that he went into an abyss when he was fired from WWE 5 years ago. He found himself, he healed himself, redeemed himself, fixed himself, and now, Pat, he says he's going to crush people because he wants to, and he's going to look after those talents
I'm mid-clip for him right now. Hold up.
for their careers like he did, to fix them so they can find themselves, ending what they are now to create a reformation of them later on. And I believe Otis is one of those reformation projects that Rusev is looking forward to.
Rusev views himself as a vigilante of sorts. You don't have to get fired to find who you actually are.
Asked Rusev today the issue with Otis. He said, listen, the man's powerful, he's big, he's bad.
Bro, Rusev
he can be a killer. But he decides
right
to
now.
dance around in the ring, rip his shirt off, and
Like,
do
can
that
we
silly
talk about
caterpillar thing. That's what Rusev said, and he wants to prove to Otis and beat into him that he can be a killer at this level.
And he said he's looking out for Otis, is what he's doing. That was an interesting conversation with him earlier, but he's all the way in on this.
Did you look at his eyes when we were talking to him, too? I mean, there's just this, there's nothing, there was nothing there.
Yeah, and he's fully locked in on this, fully focused on this.
I always liked Rusev.
Showing off his strength here against Rusev. First time in over 5 years.
Especially Rusev Day
has been in a match
Rusev, bro.
in WWE. Former 3-time United States champion. And now Rusev just beating Otis down in the corner. It's very physical and vicious assault. Referee Jessica Carr going to have her hands full tonight.
It's great to see Rusev back in the shape that he's in.
All right, let me transcript
delivering
this
these
real
big
quick.
shots, beating down Otis. Now it's going to take a lot to. Yep, exactly what I thought.
Rusev whipped into the corner. Clothesline does not budge Otis.
Otis got
You know what? I've always
what.
disliked Rusev's back
Mr.
tattoo.
Money in the bank. Otis rolls through, great athlete as well. And Rusev stays on his feet.
Rusev finding out that Otis believes in Otis doesn't need to be fixed.
And Otis showing off some quickness here. Oh, and Rusev, the uber athlete, with that heel kick, knocks Otis down.
The
Watch this
uber
impact.
athlete.
Look at the hang time from this man. Hey.
Now Rusev just so impressive as he just took Otis down with that wild heel kick. Maxine and Tozawa looking on with concern at ringside.
I think I'd be concerned as well with what Rusev is certainly capable of doing. He can break you.
This match has already
Beat you
exceeded
down.
the length that I thought it was going to go.
Place shots to the
Let's talk about
kidneys and
that.
then to the back of the knee and the midsection now of Otis. And again, this is going exactly by the book for Rusev's plans of beating down his opponents, causing them pain.
Yo, Rusev is probably in
so
the best
they
shape
can
he's
go through
ever
the
been
pain
in.
that Rusev went through to resurrect his career and to find himself.
He says he's helping everybody out. I don't know if beating down Otis is helping anybody out. Otis with a massive right.
My goodness.
Holy hell.
Did you hear that? That stunned Rusev.
How could it not?
Look at him break his jaw.
Stunned me.
And now Rusev whipped across the ring by Otis into the corner. Rusev just backs it up. And now Rusev
good
teeing
shot.
off. Little payback there.
I believe there was a cash register, and that thing printed out a receipt. Rusev, Otis, fighting in Omaha.
Oh, and an elbow by Rusev, and this is just a beatdown now. Otis really taken out of it, now to the mat, now the chin lock applied by Rusev. And look at Rusev just burying his chin into the top of the skull of Otis and just wearing Otis down, who looks like he may be fading here.
Otis trying to power up from the power from Omaha. Rusev doesn't understand the power Otis has.
Otis feeding up the WWE fans, looking to break this grip now by Rusev.
Otis, one of the strongest men.
Am I wrong thinking
Walking
Rusev
around.
belongs in the world title picture?
And also, one of the thickest heads, those headbutts.
And a standing drop kick drives Otis out of the ring. And now Tozawa and Maxine checking out for Otis, and
Yeah, Rusev's got that look in his eyes. Everything Rusev's been doing to Otis here has been.
And now just
devastating.
Just toying now with Otis is Rusev. And Otis now, look at Otis, lifting Rusev right up our announce table and over the announce table to the floor.
I had no idea Otis still had that in him. I thought he'd been beat down too much. He just tossed Rusev over his head.
Yeah, but Rusev got right back to his feet. Otis on the attack, drives him into the steps. And now Otis is fired up.
Now Otis tossing Rusev around. Who's going to teach who a lesson tonight, pal?
Otis with another big left hand and another big right. Those bear-like blows by Otis.
Oh, he just hit the pole. He just hit the post.
And then kicks the post.
Got a foot down and a fist down. These men are throwing haymakers at each other.
Man, what a battle between these two brutes, Rusev and Otis.
Yeah, he about to get cooked.
Tozawa and Maxine obviously looking
again,
on as
this
Otis
match has already gone longer than I thought it would have.
Otis now measuring his man, Rusev. Oh!
This agility from Rusev.
Rusev says it's over. Otis put up a great fight, but I believe it's going to be over because Rusev is locking in the accolade.
Go CV, appreciate you.
The accolade.
Appreciate the follow.
Trying to destroy Otis, who's trying to hang on. And he's got to tap out. Otis has to tap out.
Yeah, you knew that was coming.
Tozawa stepping to Rusev.
What up, G? I'm not sure how
Jeremiah with the follow. Appreciate Tozawa about to get killed.
Yeah, I respect it too, but Rusev is looking at Tozawa like,
right here, right now, come on!
Nah, was not with it.
Well, Rusev said, I had it up with Otis. And Rusev victorious in his return to WWE tonight in a physical, hard-hitting battle against Otis of the Alpha Academy.
Oh, no.
And wait a minute, Rusev now.
No!
From behind, going to assault Tozawa. Dropping him on top of Otis.
Why?
Rusev was going to let Tozawa live. He decided to say, you get it too.
And I don't believe he's done with Otis yet.
Oh,
the big
man.
driven shoulder first into the post. Rusev driving him back into the ring and again down to the post on the other side, and Otis collapses right here in front of us. And Rusev is
He's not done.
Yet. Maxine better get the hell out of the way because Rusev,
he need to get the hell out of the way as well. Rusev's a madman.
Oh, that kick may have broken Otis's jaw. And Otis is defenseless. He's helpless here.
Is a bigger bad going to come out?
The accolade by Rusev, making a point, sending a message to everybody in the locker room. There's our general manager, Pierce.
That's what I want to see. Who's going to be the answer to Rusev?
Rusev won't release the hold.
Because it's got to be somebody.
Natalia out here to console her friend Maxine, who's beside herself after the assault on her friend Otis.
And Tozawa.
Rusev said, Pat, I am free to crush people because I want to. And he did just that tonight. Vigilante justice by Rusev.
Vigilante justice. So bro's the Punisher, basically.
Well, again, say what you want. That man Rusev believes that he's doing the right thing.
Yeah. And that's a problem for everybody else. Because when you go to sleep with the thought that you're making the world a better place, you wake up motivated. And this, Rusev, this motivated, problem for everybody like we're seeing with Otis and Tozawa here tonight.
Yeah, Rusev just, man, destroying this man.
Otis is cooked right now.
Otis struggling to breathe. Tozawa struggling to walk. Maxine's heart is broken. Natalia's here to console. And the Alpha Academy got Rusev.
Yeah, but if you're in the locker room,
the Alpha Academy got Rusev.
You gotta take notice.
You don't want to get Rusev.
I mean, Rusev has got a plan. He's focused on, well, helping superstars change their careers, change their trajectory. At least that's the way he explains it. I'm not sure if I quite see it that way, but I'm not going to argue with the man.
Otis has to take another knee. His back, his spine. Rusev beat him down tonight. I think Rusev's going to be doing that a lot. Welcome back, I guess, to Rusev, to Raw.
And Otis being dragged to the doctor's, the medical office here in Omaha, just barely can make his way back. Man, what a performance by Rusev in his return to WWE.
Not us really burning time right now because of commercials.
Great night tonight, 11,558. Just a couple of moments away from my partner, Pat McAfee. Gonna go face to face with a man that he faces Saturday in St. Louis. That would be one Gunther. And I apologize for maybe getting you into this thing, but we'll see how it goes down.
Hey, I want to let you know, for you, this is exactly how it would always be. 100 days out of 100 days.
Thank you. Hey, WWE is coming to Yuengling Center in Tampa, Florida this May for Saturday night's main event on the 24th. And then WWE Battleground on the 25th. Monday Night Raw on the 26th and NXT on the 27th. Individual event tickets on sale now via Ticketmaster. Again, moments ago, Rusev.
Yo, I really need
sending a message of his return to WWE.
Yeah, Rusev said he's going to be a vigilante around here. Change people's careers by beating some sense into them. And he started with the Alpha Academy, and he beat down Otis bad during his match, after his match, and he also beat up Tozawa. One-man wrecking crew, this Rusev.
Yeah, General Manager Adam Pearce and officials had their hands full as Otis was helped in the back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if we can get the show back on track. Do me a favor and help me welcome to the ring right now, Pat McAfee.
Here we go.
No music?
Good luck.
Is Gunther here?
Pat, of course.
And his opponent this Saturday at Backlash, the Ring General, GUNTHER.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, this Saturday in St. Louis, 7 o'clok start on the East Coast.
Oh shit, Gunther's here.
West. Gunther and Pat McAfee will go one-on-one, and this all started. Gunther took exception to some of the comments and opinions that I had toward this man. Of course, Pat had some opinions as well, and after losing everything at WrestleMania to Jey Uso, Gunther would walk out at ringside and assault me. It was simple assault, that was that. My friend Pat McAfee came to my aid, and last week made the challenge, and it was made official for a match this coming Saturday.
Gentlemen, we have talked about this all day till we're all blue in the face. I will reiterate for the record, we will not have happen what happened 2 weeks ago. So say what you have to say to each other's face and get it all out tonight, because come Saturday at Backlash, the time for talk is done. The floor is yours. Keep it professional.
There we go.
Well, first of all, do not worry. I'm not gonna do anything tonight. I'm not gonna spoil that for myself. Because luckily for you, unlike you and your friend out there, I am professional. Oh, you guys shut up. I get back to that later. Don't you worry. I heard you mention being a professional and my friend over there. My friend over there, that man over there, that is a walking, talking goat over there.
Uh-oh.
For 28 years, every single week of his life, except for 3 times, he has dedicated to traveling the world for this company. 28 years straight, 52 weeks a year.
That's right.
For this
right.
company.
Pat gonna hold it down.
Has earned the right to have an opinion, and since his opinion pissed you off so much that you just flipped the switch and had to attack a 60-year-old man, allow me to give you my opinion of the Gunther I'm standing in front of right now.
Let's go, Cook. Let's go, Pat.
Now it's apropos that we're in beautiful Omaha, Nebraska. Because when I think of Nebraska, I think of the Cornhuskers. Hell yeah, Coach Rule. Dylan Raiola, absolute dog. Emmett, absolute beast. Can't wait to watch you boys in the fall rise to the top. And when I come to Omaha, I think of their steaks. Nobody beats this town's meat, okay, Gunther? Nobody.
Hey, yo. Pat, what?
And right across from this arena is a baseball field that has hosted the College Baseball World Series since 1950.
Pat wilded out with that one, I'm not gonna lie.
This city is a symbol of working hard and dreams coming true. And I think dreams is a good word, because I think you and I have a lot in common. Even though I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in the United States of America. And you are from Vienna, Austria. Both of us grew up with the same dream. Both of us
grew up wanting to be in this business. Both of us grew up idolizing the superstars of yesterday. Both of us grew up spending hours and hours and hours in front of our television watching professional wrestling, thinking that's what we were put on this earth to do.
Well, you played football, Pat.
The problem with you and your dream is you've been at this for 20 years. You've been a champion here at WWE for 80% of the time that you've been here. You've gotten jaded.
That's a fact.
You've gotten to the point where this is no longer a dream. This is a job for you. For me, every time I walk into a WWE building, I get jacked up about life, baby.
Let him know, Pat.
I think about 12-year-old me, 11-year-old me. I think about the kids that are out there today that were just like me in the upper row, dreaming I could get my ass in this ring and let assholes like you know that they don't like what you're about.
He's cooking Gunther right now.
And what I think you're about at this stage, as opposed to the Waltering around stage,
Ha ha ha.
You don't want it anymore. You've gotten too damn comfortable. It happened with Sami Zayn. It happened with Jey Uso. And on Saturday, you're going to overlook me. You're going to underestimate me. And I'm going to prove to you and all these people that this version of Gunther is soft.
Pat dropping bombs on Raw. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Pat. Talk your shit, Pat.
What?
Nah, they about to start chanting "Saw" every time they see Gunther now.
Did you enjoy your little daughter's birthday last week? 2 years, right? It's cute. I bet it was a very special day for you. Because for me,
where's the punchline?
Saturday is a very special day, and you just got me into the right mood for it.
Uh-oh.
Because it's my first match since WrestleMania, and I'm going to show up sharp, I'm going to show up prepared, I'm going to show up more focused than ever before. Don't you worry that I overlook you. Don't you worry that I underestimate you. I promise you my full and undivided attention.
Uh-oh.
Because on Saturday, that bell is going to ring, and I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to maul you. I'm going to grab you by the head and drive it into this mat. I'm going to choke you out until you drop like a wet towel.
What? That's the best he could have came up with? He was good until the wet towel line.
Tonight, by my grace, you are untouchable. But on Saturday, trust me when I say this, on Saturday, only the grace of God can lift my arms off your throat.
Oh!
Well,
Pat ain't scared.
May have just set in. I hope Pat knows
don't
what
give
he's,
a fuck.
Goldberg. Also this coming Saturday at Backlash, John Cena will defend the WWE Championship against Randy Orton the night before Backlash. Pat joins us here on camera. I hope you know what you're doing, buddy.
Well, I think that's a compliment that he's giving me his full man.
But nonetheless, before we get to Saturday, John Cena is going to be in Dayton, Ohio. He's finally final visit to Dayton, Ohio as part of his retirement tour. John Cena, Randy Orton, of course, an unbelievable history. 25 years in the making. Their last one-on-one match was back in February of 2017.
That's crazy.
Cena, Orton, for what could be the final time at Backlash. Cena versus Orton. One of the great rivalries in the history of the WWE. I Quit match, one of the most brutal in the WWE. One of these superstars is going to leave here tonight, the WWE champion. The other is going to have to face their peers after uttering the 2 words, I quit.
Randy and John brought out the best in one another.
John Cena, you know what I am capable of.
I guarantee victory at breaking point because I will not quit.
How are you going to get someone like a John Cena or a Randy Orton to utter the words, I quit?
You want to quit?
No.
I forgot about
the
this match. Holy shit.
Between Randy Orton and John Cena had shades of the Austin Bret Hart submit or surrender.
No.
Randy Orton and John Cena are amazing to watch because they're 2 superstars that would clearly stop at nothing to be the top performer in the WWE, but they went completely opposite routes.
John Cena going for the STF and using the head.
That's true.
I quit.
He did it.
I quit.
Randy Orton has reached his breaking point. I cannot wait. It is going to be something in St. Louis, Missouri. This coming Saturday, it all starts with the Countdown Show, special 2-hour event starting at 5 Eastern, 2 out west. Backlash, of course, at 7 Eastern, 4 out west in a post-show. Will be on Peacock. Obviously wrapping everything up, including what's going to happen in the match you just heard about, Pat McAfee and Gunther. Pat will be preparing for that matchup all week long.
Hell yeah, preparation has already begun, and I'll tell you what, it should get heightened.
Actually, a solid match card.
Can't wait to get after it on Saturday.
Better than I thought.
It's an honor.
Well, there is main event Jey Uso. Tonight is his first title defense since he won the world title at WrestleMania. Is he ready?
This reminds me of the Iron Man match. Uh-oh, Finn and Roxanne talking. Main event time.
I cannot believe we have a World Heavyweight Championship match on Monday Night Raw here in Omaha.
Well, you heard what Seth just said. He loves it when a good plan comes together. Paul Heyman, no matter how you look at it, manipulated Jey Uso into taking this match tonight. And
I mean, not really.
For the first time in 7 months, the men's world title up for grabs, live on Raw.
I don't know if I'd really say he manipulated him. He challenged him.
Again, Seth Rollins,
the babyface's job to take
world
those challenges.
Champion a couple of years ago, won a tournament, held the championship proudly until losing the title at WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia.
Come on now.
To Drew McIntyre on the infamous night that Damian Priest would cash in Money in the Bank. But what a performance by Paul Heyman tonight. Goading Uso into putting his title on the line with absolutely no preparation for Rollins.
Yeah, came out here and worked him, which is what Paul Heyman, the wise man, has done his entire career. Started as a teenager, hustling, working, angling. And now Seth freaking Rollins in here together with Bron Breakker in tow. We're only 2 weeks into this.
Yeah, it's a pretty incredible coalition that's been formed between the architect, of course, the heater there, Bron Breakker, the powerhouse of the team, and the wise man, Paul Heyman, who laid out all the reasons that he joined with Seth Rollins earlier tonight. Basically said that Punk betrayed him, putting him in an impossible position with his tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Said Roman Reigns betrayed him when, after losing to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40, went on hiatus and left Paul Heyman to Solo Sikoa and company, in which he was destroyed. Heyman believes this time he is in the right. I'll tell you one thing right now. If Rollins wins the world title tonight, Paul Heyman's in for a big fat raise.
Yo, it would honestly be crazy if he wins, but it's not going to happen. We're going to see Roman and Punk pop up.
Around, shall I say, on the outside, and Seth freaking Rollins
Please
is obviously
let's see what you're watching.
embracing.
That's why we're here. What's up, Austin? I obviously cannot stream that to the Twitch. I already got a copyright strike for accidentally streaming
with
Twitch.
With Seth for many years, sit out here and talk to him during the day about where he saw his career headed and so on and so forth. But hey, and you as well. And one thing we found very difficult to do over the past couple of weeks is actually sit down with Seth and talk to him about anything.
Yeah, he's become a little bit more self-indulged, seemingly, as of late, and I guess he feels like that's what he has to do. He outsmarted everybody 2 times now on the grandest of stages. You can't help but respect it. He's Seth freaking Rollins, and he might be the heavyweight champ tonight.
You know, there's a lot going on next week when Monday Night Raw heads to Louisville, Kentucky. First off, what shape will Pat McAfee be in? Second off, we've got this matchup. Dominik Mysterio said, take care of the AJ Styles issue. Finn said, okay, I'll do that. Finn and AJ one-on-one next week. Also, the New Day gets what they wanted. They manipulated the system as well, much like Paul Heyman. The War Raiders are going to have to go through American Made as they continue to try to climb the ladder for a rematch for the tag team titles. And big tag team matchup next week. Rhea Ripley returns to team with IYO SKY against Roxanne Perez and Giulia from NXT.
What up?
Figure out what you're going to do after Saturday.
Okay, certainly going to figure out how Morgan & Morgan can help me. Paul Heyman just walked over here and told me to thank him for tonight's main event.
He wanted you to kiss his ring.
Yeah, it was a whole scene.
That's crazy. Here we go. Is he coming out from the ramp?
This might not be the night for you to continue eating after. This really is what started this whole thing between you and Gunther. But
what started this whole thing was Gunther almost choking you out, Cole. Never forget it.
Jey Uso's all business here tonight. It is his first defense.
It's time to see
of the champ
if Roman and Punk are here.
Very interesting statistic. We mentioned this earlier tonight. Jey Uso has never defeated Seth Rollins in a one-on-one match.
Follow that stat with this stat. Jey Uso had never beaten Gunther at WrestleMania, which he just did to become our World Heavyweight Champion.
That's so to a ring announcer, the great Alicia Taylor.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger.
All right.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins. And his opponent, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion! Main event, Jey Uso!
His first title offense since he shocked the world at WrestleMania last month with a win over Gunther. And tonight, he puts the title on the line against one of the greats, the architect, the visionary.
All right, let's see how this shakes out.
A man who has won 5 world titles in his career, Seth freaking Rollins.
Oh, he's only
Rollins,
5-time? I thought he was
Uso,
more.
our main event for the World Heavyweight Championship.
This is going to take some time to get used to. This Paul Heyman, Bron Breakker in the corner of Seth freaking Rollins. It's crazy to think of what this trio could be.
Again, I'm going to ask you the question I asked you earlier on. Did Uso make the right decision, or was it really just a knee-jerk reaction to face Seth tonight?
Well, time will tell. They say anytime you're making decisions with emotions running high,
well,
probably not going to be good decisions.
Well, you should have thought of that and taken your own advice.
Well, of course, easier said than done. And Jey Uso was the latest victim.
Rollins and Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. And a Rollins side headlock. Standing switch now by Seth. Nice takedown by Rollins. Shoulders down, looking for the quick win here. And Uso's got a kick out at 2.
Black and brave wrestling here, says Seth freaking Rollins.
Jey Uso, the
Drive a little wrestling school nod, okay.
Family to hold the World Heavyweight Championship. Tremendous lineage. Breakker looks on, Heyman as well. Paul Heyman actually had the audacity to come out here tonight and say that he built the bloodline.
5 years, he said. He built everything that our tribal chief did.
It's kind of hard to argue that he didn't, though.
Turned it against Roman, then turned on CM Punk, and now has found himself
covered by Rollins, kick out.
With Seth freaking Rollins and Bron Breakker.
And again, covered by Rollins. Rollins knows he's not going to beat Jey that quickly. He's just trying to send a little message, play some mind games here.
And
Seth trying to shit talk Jey.
Again, Jey looks a
is
bit
Jey in
out of
over his
sorts
head
tonight.
here?
You know, not much time to prepare for this. You know, Rollins said, I like when a good plan comes together. He's been probably thinking all week that he had a good possibility to have this match tonight. He's prepared for Uso.
You listen to the way Seth was talking to Paul earlier. Feels like this was Seth's idea, and then Paul Heyman executed.
The fact that Braun is ringside flat out tells you.
Look, Jey is not going to back down and
that,
take the fight now to Rollins, and here we go.
Outside interference.
This is right in Jey's wheelhouse.
To even the playing field.
Rollins trying to cover up now, kick right to the midsection, drops the champ. Rollins looking for a stop, and Jey able to move out of harm's way.
Pedigree.
Kick again to the midsection, looking for a pedigree. Some space, and Seth will take a breather.
Jey Uso isn't scared to go to that super kick. Seth freaking Rollins knew that. Jey Uso's super kick is very lethal.
Paul Heyman saying earlier tonight that the world title is about power and control. Said that Jey Uso doesn't understand the leverage that he has with the title.
He's good. He's the champ for a reason.
Heyman says that Rollins has to be champion. Stage 2 of the plan.
Stage 2 of the plan.
Yeah, we have no idea what's on the mind of these 3 men.
Not at all. I'm so shocked the fact that just seeing Bron Breakker standing next to Paul Heyman is shocking in a way, although it shouldn't be, right?
Yeah, it looks like they both got back from a trip to the sun.
Look at Rollins is stomping
It looks
away
like they got
Jey
back
Uso.
from a trip to the sun. I just heard him
Master at
say
all this
that.
as he sends the champ into the corner.
You think the levels that Seth freaking Rollins has already been to, Hall of Fame type stuff already in his career. Now he's teaming up with the man who's brought billions
and billions
of dollars in Blockbuster to the WWE over the years.
Well, Rollins is a 5-time world champ. He's held 2 U.S. titles, 2 Intercontinental titles, 6 tag team titles, NXT championship as well.
Oh,
Been Money in the Bank, cashed in at WrestleMania. Jey Uso, first time as world champion, first title defense.
Paul Heyman is trying to get the crowd to sing Seth freaking Rollins' song.
Of course he is.
Literally leading. Nobody's following along. They're yeeting in
Yeah,
his face.
they're literally
They're yeeting all
yeeting.
over his face over here.
He's the maestro.
Hey, yo!
Yes, he wants to be, and Jey Uso now fighting back. Talk about, Pat, how much pressure's on Uso tonight in his first title defense after shocking the world at WrestleMania.
Yeah, certainly a lot of pressure, but this is the life of a champion. Him even agreeing, oh my God, Seth freaking Rollins sent into the table.
Right into the announce table. And now Jey Uso, suicide dive.
No!
Sent over the announce table. Jey Uso is rolling.
Seth is honestly one of the best sellers in the business.
Bron
Jey
Breakker
loves
just
his Air
popping
Force
off at
One.
the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and now Seth freaking Rollins is laid out after the table.
And Paul Heyman out here asking for timeout as Rollins looks to recoup.
Not a timeout.
I believe there's some blood coming from Seth freaking Rollins.
Is he gonna get him again?
Rollins,
Braun's gonna stand in the way.
Where's he bleeding from? The back of his head. Rollins is bleeding from the back of his head. Hit himself hard when he came over the announce table. And Paul Heyman screaming, "It's your vision," as Rollins rolls back into the ring. Senior official Chad Patton.
What up, everybody?
Now
Just popping in. We are
Rollins
at
has
the
been
main
cut
event
open as
of
Uso now takes
Raw.
the attack.
Jey Uso versus
Rollins.
Seth Rollins. Here we got Bron Breakker ringside with Paul
Very
Heyman.
concerned
I strongly
Paul
believe
Heyman
that
looking
we're
out.
gonna get a
And I
dose
like
of
how
Roman Reigns and
Heyman
CM
turns
Punk.
things around.
There's
As
no
soon
way
as
this
Seth's in
match
trouble,
ends
it's
clean.
Heyman's vision. I mean, it's Seth's visions. No longer
Neither one
Heyman's
of them
vision
can
when
really
Seth's in
afford a
trouble.
loss. It's going to lead probably to a tag team match this week in a Backlash.
Ron's about sick of the yeet
CM
out here,
Punk
but
and Roman
Omaha's
Reigns
around him.
versus,
Jey Uso's got a
Seth
great
Rollins
opportunity here with
and
Seth
Bron
freaking Rollins
Breakker.
busted open like Sirius XM.
I thought they were chanting Leech. Oh, and right into the second turnbuckle as in Heyman.
If you're not already
Face
following,
first off the
definitely go ahead and
turnbuckle
drop
with Rollins
a follow.
now,
We drop WWE
trying to regain
content.
control.
We're going to be dropping fantasy football content every day of the week.
Jey trying to.
So definitely tap in.
Michael Cole has lost his audio after the chaos of Seth freaking Rollins.
Am I? Oh, I'm back. There we go. That's my audio for a moment as our great crew here at ringside tries to get our table put back together as Rollins now tries to decapitate the World Heavyweight Champion. That's what I was worried about with Uso. The veteran takes control now, knows exactly what he needs to do to take the title away from Uso.
Look at these three, just so proud of themselves. Bron Breakker has given everybody a snarl. The attitude of these three is troubling, to say the least.
To say the least. Oh, what a kick by Rollins. We're back in our main event, Rollins and Uso for the World Heavyweight title. You know, Pat, they often say that you have to learn how to become a champion. That's what Jey Uso has to do tonight.
Now you have to learn how to be a champion, Cole. That's what Jey Uso has to learn every day of his life, is something new. Tonight, it was Paul Heyman coming out and selling him on a dream of a World Heavyweight Championship match tonight against Seth freaking Rollins, and he bit hook, line, and sinker.
And now Rollins and Heyman and Breakker have Uso exactly where they want him. Well, maybe not. Jey Uso showing that grit that won him the world title in the first place. Won him 10 tag team titles over his career. And now the body shots by Rollins unloading on Uso. He's trying to cover up. Official Chad Patton giving a lot of leeway to the challenger. Rollins has got to be careful not to be disqualified.
Champion's getting beaten down there.
Champion's advantage. Rollins has to pin or submit Jey in this match.
There's a chance that Paul Heyman has gotten a hold of this ref, though. I mean, that's...
You mean pay him off?
Oh, Lord. He's insinuating.
Paul Heyman is the most corrupt person I've ever met in my life, and
That
I've known
Paul
the guy
Heyman's
30
able to
years.
buy
not with
the
the
refs.
officials, not with our refs here at WWE. Fair and square, down the middle. Can't have any corruption with the refs.
Rollins now. Hook at Uso. Jey fighting back, though.
See what we got.
Jey with a headbutt. Rollins dropped to the mat.
Some bum-ass crossbody.
Jey so comfortable up there.
Jey now on the top rope. Lands on his feet.
Spear.
And Uso building momentum. Oh, both men down center of the ring.
Double crossbody.
Yeah, we still get the crossbody, just a double one.
I know what you're gonna do, because I'm gonna do the same damn thing. Double cross body, World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Deep end, this is what life is like with the target on your waist.
Nah,
Jey
Bron
Uso.
Breakker looks unhinged.
This is awesome. World Heavyweight Championship match on Monday Night Raw.
And Jey Uso now with a big right hand to Rollins, stunning him. Jey Uso digging down deep. Here comes the world champ. Jey's starting to feel it now. Down goes Rollins. Samoan drop.
This is what Jay's been waiting for.
All right. We got 3 minutes left.
Grill shining. Championship.
Oh, Braun's
boxing.
definitely going to grab his foot.
And
No?
Jay's Umaga and his daddy Rikishi. Cover. Hook to the
And
leg.
his daddy.
Shoulders down. And Rollins at 2.
Why do you say it like that?
Oh, how Seth kicked out of that. Did you hear that thud? When his ass hit Seth's head and then that turnbuckle. All of Omaha rattled. Even those cows that become the steaks. An absolute brawl here. Look at this. Look at this. Full speed. Bang.
Damn,
Bang.
okay, that might have fucked him up a little bit.
Jey
I'm not
Uso
gonna lie.
said.
And Jey now lifting Rollins up again.
I don't know how Seth kicked out. I don't know how Seth is still fighting right now. And he scurries to the outside. Smart play.
Kicked into the corner.
Seth freaking Rollins.
And Rollins with a suicide dive.
Can
I'll tell you
Rollins
what,
do it?
Seth's work rate is something that's tough to keep up with. World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, caught him! Jey Uso caught him! Cover now for the win to retain the title!
How in the world does Seth freaking Rollins keep kicking out? He must have come down from 15 feet right into an Air Force One. Boom! On the button.
Indeed it is.
It's really not. It's
What
been a
title
mid-match,
defense
but
by
whatever.
main
We'll go
event
with
Jey
it, right?
Uso here tonight.
We'll go with it. Guys, if you're not already
Knicks
following,
beat the
please do me a
Celtics.
favor and go ahead and hit that follow button.
And
As you
Jey
see,
Uso has
we are
almost
trying to
beat
hit
Seth freaking
20,000
Rollins
followers
twice
here
now.
on TikTok.
What more is it gonna take?
Oh, and a kick.
So close to a spear. Seth freaking Rollins now.
What the hell?
He's thinking
Hurricane
buckle bomb.
Rana?
I think
What do
there's
we got?
blood all over Jey Uso from Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah, Rollins was cut open when he went over the
Oh,
announce table
Rollins
earlier
is
on.
really bleeding.
Rollins out with a buckle bomb to Jey. Jey's in trouble. Seth Rollins could be closing in on the World Heavyweight title.
Seth freaking Rollins doing all
Rollins
of
is
this
actually fucked up.
with blood shedding from his head.
Seth top rope, frog splash, nobody home.
Oh my God, that
Caught him with
fucking
a pedigree.
reversal.
Counter to the spear for the world title. And Uso
Could
kicks
you
out.
imagine if he counted to 3?
Look at this. What a counter by Seth into almost a half a pedigree there, but it was effective.
It was a super pedigree.
That's
more
not
so
half
than
a pedigree. It's a pedigree. He just did a
Catching
hook
a
the arm.
spear directly into a pedigree. Yeah, that's the only accurate response.
All right. I'm sure we have less than 10 minutes
These
left
men
here.
beat down. Gut check
I
time.
can't see
Championship
Roman
on the line.
and Punk
Wise
not
man
being
consulted.
involved. Or Sammy.
Rollins.
Think about the hundreds of times that Wise Man's been in this situation.
Yeah, and Rollins, too, looking for his 6th world title. Measuring main event, Jey Uso. Looking for the stop.
I'm
Jey
sure we'll
able to
get some
duck underneath.
combination of that.
Rollins. The
Not
way he
him.
beat Gunther.
Not
The way
him
he beat
farming
Gunther at
Gunther's
WrestleMania.
moves.
And Rollins able to counter. Jey Uso now.
Spear?
Spear!
Is he about to pin him clean?
Rollins stays in it.
Yo!
All of Omaha
I would have been shocked.
thought we had a and still situation.
Now is the
Braun
champion,
laughing at?
Pat, beginning to doubt himself a bit.
He has to be contemplating what needs to be done to
Everybody
put
just
Seth
popping
freaking
in.
Rollins
Welcome
out of
in.
his
We
misery.
actually had a solid
How do we get
main event
him
here.
to lay on his back for 3
Let me
seconds
know
as Omaha?
who your favorite wrestler is in the chat if you're new here. Let me know who you think is going to win this match. Let me know if we're going to see
For the
Punk
first
and
time
Roman.
in 7 months, the men's world title on the line on Monday Night Raw.
You know what? I got to say,
in our main
the
event.
actual belt, the actual title has grown on me. I used to hate it. Jey going up to the top.
Jey
rope,
Uso back to
probably.
his
Yes,
feet.
he is.
But wobbly. Bron Breakker looks on.
Jey heading up to the top rope, Seth Rollins.
I would love to see the Falcon, the suplex of the Falcon's arrow.
Big right here. Jey Uso sitting down. Finds at least a little bit of stability as Seth freaking Rollins continues to climb.
Seth hammer fisting him
So
is
high risk
like
here. One slip,
hilarious.
one fall, this match is over.
Uso with a couple of headbutts. Rollins now.
Wait a second.
Rollins fell into the official. Bron Breakker trying to get involved. Breakker kicked off.
Here we
the
go.
official Chad Patton never saw what happened. Rollins looking to take advantage of this distraction. From the top
Into the
rope,
Falcon's
superplex.
arrow?
Roll through.
This is
Roll
one of my
through
favorite
Rollins.
moves in
Look at the
wrestling.
Falcon arrow.
Gonna go for the stomp.
Vintage Seth
We're about
freaking
to hear.
Rollins.
Or the TV static,
Straight out of the
something.
wise man's playbook.
Oh, stop. Didn't get all of it.
There's no
Didn't
way.
get all the stop. Cover now. Hook with a leg. And a kick out by
Yo.
Jey. Rollins didn't get the full stop there, and it may have cost him.
This is actually like a
ever
PLE
so slightly.
level main event here.
Breakker's kicked off.
This is a very good main event for Raw. Uh-oh.
Remember what these guys did to Sami Zayn last week.
The honorary Oos.
Is he coming out of the crowd? Knew it!
Sami Zayn, they thought he was coming for the entranceway, and Sami ambushed him. Sami and Bron Breakker.
Sami just came out of the crowd.
Sami helping his
Breakker's driven into
dog.
the post. Rollins now trying to go after Sami, and
Oh,
with a
super
super
kick to the spear?
And a spear. Jey gonna go up top.
Imagine Sami turns on
He
Jey
said,
right
let's
now.
end this thing.
Jey top rope, frog splash. To retain.
That was no frog splash.
And Rollins somehow kicked
What?
it. You gotta be kidding me.
What is
Jey
happening?
Uso can't believe it. What does he have to do to put Seth Rollins away?
What the hell?
Super kick, spear, splash was how this was supposed to end. And Jey
Is
Uso's
Sami
head
gonna
on his
cost him the
Sami
belt?
Zayn had seen it up, but Breakker trying to get involved. Busted up ribs from last week. Took Breakker out of the equation. Uso with a splash and a spear, but the veteran Rollins is still in it.
Could Sami cost him the belt?
Spear by Breakker.
Oh, shit. Nah, yeah, we're getting. Wait, why is he hiding
now,
though?
Sami Zayn.
Yeah, we have to be getting Roman and
It
Punk.
is chaos around ringside.
After taking Sami out, we got to be getting Roman and Punk.
And Jey now
Jey,
going
what
down
are you
to
doing?
check on his buddy.
He give himself a little breather.
And
No!
Breakker spear. Heyman had the official distracted. What you didn't see was Breakker spearing Uso on the other side of the ring. The official Chad Patton never
Yeah,
saw
nah, we have to be
Heyman had
getting.
him distracted, stopped by Rollins.
There's no
and because of
fucking
all
way.
these damn shenanigans
They put the belt
of this
on him at
coalition,
WrestleMania.
Seth Rollins is going to win the damn
No
World
way.
Heavyweight title.
I knew it! Let's go!
Maybe not, Cole!
Punk is not fucking around.
The night after WrestleMania, this group took out Punk and Reigns, and CM Punk is back. Punk is back. CM
Absolute
Punk
chaos.
CM Punk just
The ref is not even DQing it.
And now there's gonna be hell to pay.
Yo! He's gonna get outnumbered. Roman's gotta be next.
At Mania by his best friend.
And Rollins and Breakker scattering.
Punk is sending them both packing? Are we gonna get Punk and Sami versus these two? What is...
Look in his eyes, Cole. What do you see?
The coach of personality. Look in Rollins' eyes. What do you see?
Yo! That was a hell of a main event.
Sami is angry. Uso's still the champion.
That was a hell of a main
Tables
event.
on Rollins and Breakker.
I'm calling it now. Punk and Zayn versus Breakker and Rollins this Saturday. Yo, what a fucking main event. Oh my god. You know what? I can't be mad at it. It was definitely a solid main event. It's probably one of the better main events we've seen in a while. I feel like there was a women's tag team title match that was actually a really good main event in recent memory. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm glad to see CM Punk back. I'm a little surprised Roman wasn't back too. Especially with the PLE being this weekend. Maybe they'll do that for Money in the Bank. Punk and Roman versus Seth and Breakker. Although I feel like you'd want to put Breakker in the Money in the Bank. So I don't know. But they do have a handful of PLEs back to back to back to back. So, you know, it really could go either way. Holy shit. Alright, guys. Let me log off real quick. I actually have to fix my computer so I can start playing Call of Duty again. My shit is all fried right now. I need more thermal paste on my CPU, but yeah. Alright, guys. I will be back. Did that work? What the fuck?